Hello and welcome from the St. Louis Park Athletic Field. I'm Bruce Overton along with Paul Bodwin on a beautiful night here, Friday night
may I
for
direct
football.
your attention to midfield.
And sort of
Tonight,
as
Coach
we start
Foster and the
our
SLP football
new
family
year here,
are honoring the
2021 for the
family
St. Louis
of
Park
Coach
Orioles,
Braden
a sad
Weiss.
thing occurred during
Coach Braden was
the
the
March
defensive
of
line
this year.
coach who suddenly passed away of a heart attack on March 23rd,
2021. Coach Braden, in a text message with Coach Foster earlier in the year, said the words that are on the front of the shirts that the coaching staff is wearing today. Adversity brings opportunity. Here tonight, in Braden's honor, is his family. Tom and Holly Weiss, Cameron and Christine Weiss, Evelyn, Liam, and Xander Weiss, Bronwyn Harrison, John and Brianna Aiden, Christian Olin, the coach's roommate. Please give a round of applause for Braden and his family. Thank you.
So they have shirts made in the honor. Again, if you, not sure if you heard the announcement, but St. Louis Park tonight is honoring Braden Weiss, who passed away from a sudden heart attack in March of this year. Braden served as the defensive line coach for the Orioles for the past 6 years and passed away at 37 years of age. His parents are Tom and Holly Weiss, and they'll be presented T-shirts that were made in Braden's honor, and all of the coaches will be wearing these tonight. So our sincere condolences go out to the family, friends, players, and coaching staff on this tragic loss.
Yeah, indeed, and these some of the coaches and players talked about how he was really just kind of one of the energizers of this team. Big influencer, a lot of energy, screaming, yelling in good ways. So they know that the players are deeply miss him, and as sad and tragic as it is, it's moments like these that can also bring some healing to players and family and friends. And so our deepest thoughts, prayers, and good vibes go out to the Weiss family and friends.
Coach Jason Foster coming off on the sidelines, and I know he meant a lot to Jason, and as well as to many of these players. Seems like throughout the high school world, I think there's another couple of coaches that have passed away, so tonight, as a lot of these teams play their first home game, they're probably going through the same type of deal. So.
Yep, it's hard stuff too, and you look at this team out here and what they're thinking right now, having gone through just a little remembrance for him.
Now, please stand
and just
and
speaks
remove
to
your
their
hands
strength. And here we
as
go
we honor America
with the national anthem.
with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, Paul, different year this year for football. We started a little bit late last year as they thought the season may be canceled, and then later on through as we
All right, St. Louis Park football fans,
this time in
please
September,
welcome
they
our opponent tonight, the
decided they
Bloomington
were going to play,
Jefferson
and so then the teams had to warm up
Coached
and
by
get a little bit
Tim
of training camp in real
Carlson.
quick, and then they started playing. So so we're actually
Now,
at the normal
stand up
time
and put
of the
your
year
hands
where it's
together for
a lot
your
warmer,
St.
79
Louis Park
degrees, where I think our first game we did last
Orioles.
year was
Coached
probably
by
like in the
Jason
50s or 60s. So.
Foster.
Yeah, I remember a couple pretty cold ones last year, and it was a weird year. Everything was real strange, especially with Park. Also, in addition to all the COVID stuff, also having a new coach, a new quarterback. And so I just look
St.
at last
Louis
year
Park
as like a
won
little
the
bit of
clock toss,
a
and
practice
they will
season
kick
for
off.
them.
Start the
Put
first
it in the
half.
rearview mirror, use from it what you can, and now we're kind of going back to some normal football for these guys. And I'm excited for both teams because I think they both had that truncated season last year. I know Bloomington Jefferson has been doing all kinds of bonding and team building events throughout the offseason, so they look like they're ready to go. I know Park is chomping at the bit and ready to go as well. Both teams coming off a loss last week against really good teams, and so we'll see what happens today with this this big rivalry in Bloomington Jefferson.
As you mentioned, Paul, both teams losing. St. Louis Park losing to Simley 32-12, and Bloomington Jefferson lost 33-12 to Chaska. So similar scores. Both teams looking to get their offenses on track, get a little more than that 12-point mark. And both these teams were able to put the ball up in the air somewhat successfully in their last game. So so we could see an air show tonight. And for the St. Louis Park Orioles, Giovanelli is sort of one of those players that you'll probably see with his speed. And now St. Louis Park will kick off to start the game, and it's going to be Nick Kent to do the kicking. For the Jaguars, returning the kick should be Max Clark, along with Blake Mamalakis.
And boom.
And we got to see a nice leg as the kick goes into the end zone over the head of number 5, Max Clark. So starting
Number
lineup.
14, Kent's kickoff sails into the end zone for a
Good to see
touchback.
the
First down,
offensive line
Jaguars.
with Schmitz, Davidowitz, Drew Nelson, Jada Gabriel, and Dylan Richards. The quarterback, we have the running backs there, Aiden Bertrand and Austin Krupp. Wide receiver Blake Mamalakis, Nate Habernis, and Isaac Sevig. The quarterback, Robbie Traylor.
And Bloomington Jefferson had like a three-way competition for starting quarterback this year, and it looks like Traylor came out on top.
Traylor was 17 of 27, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And the pitch coming to the near side and brought down.
Yeah, and Nick Kent, evidently, I could be wrong about this, but I think this is what I heard. They pulled him off the soccer team, first-year football player with just a big leg, working on his accuracy. Missed 2 extra points last week, but has a big leg, as we can see, and that's a big help for a team when you're starting at the 20 rather than maybe the 30 or 40.
Yeah, that's Bertrand, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Thomas Moot, brings up a second down. Call it 9 yards to go. Quarterback's going to try and take it in, and he is brought down.
Nice pressure. This is a good start for St. Louis Park on defense with 2 big tackles. Jefferson not being able to do much of anything. This one for a loss.
Brought down by number 33, Pearson for the Orioles. Third down.
Yeah, DeJuan Pearson, the junior, made a great play on that. Defensively, no gain. Now passing situation for the Jaguars. Traylor calling the signals. Back to pass. Looking to the near side. Now he's got room to roll. Rolls out, throws it across the field, and let's see, did he get it?
Looks like it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Krupp.
Number 11, Traylor's pass is intended for number 1.
Now, if we take a look at this here, he's looking over there, didn't see it, even though it looks like he had a man, rolls over to his right, and
yeah, I mean, Krupp very close.
Very close, hard to see from this angle. The refs definitely had a better look at that one than we did.
So great defensive series for St. Louis Park. Punting
Number
the ball
6,
now will
Giovanelli,
be
number 19, Walsh,
Tyson
back to receive the
Schultz.
punt.
That's a great stop for Park. Last week, the defense really did struggle, especially in the secondary. So
See the way this ball turns over. The Orioles are going to let it fall, and it's going to be in Jefferson Jaguar territory at the 48-yard line. So the Orioles with great field position to
Jaguars
start.
punt is
And that's what a
at
kicker
the
with a big leg can give you,
49-yard line.
along with a little bit of
First
defense.
down, Orioles.
And now we see the starting offense for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Quarterback is Will Dvorak. Bendixson, the running back. Brady Walsh, Giovanelli, and Deontay Ross Jr., the wide receivers. Ortega, the tight end. Offensive line, Adams, Eaton, Swindlehurst, Hoslet, and Johnson. Will Dvorak for the St. Louis Park Orioles was 14 of 32 last game, and a nice run for the Orioles down to the near side. Deontay Ross Jr., and he gets down to the 14-yard line.
That's a great run by Deontay Ross there, just pounding right through. Had some good blocking, nice hole, good moves, break the tackle right there, and a little burst of speed. Makes a nice move to get around number 2 there and down at about the 11, 12-yard line. Great start for Park.
It really is, and Bendixson saw most of the carries in the last game. Deontay Ross getting a quick early carry and very successful at that. This could be a quarterback keeper. And Dvorak still stays on his feet, gets a nice gain out of that. Looked like he was stacked up early, but was able to keep his feet turning and get those extra yards. So.
Yeah, and he's not a real tall kid. He's a little bit shorter than a lot of quarterbacks, but he's got some muscle. He's been beefing up. I think he's about 5'10", 180 somewhere in there. So he's and you can see the muscle on that play. He just pounded it right through.
Hudson was in the backfield. Dvorak, he just throws that one towards the corner. Fortunately, no one there, but
Number 4, Dvorak
had some pressure.
Incomplete.
I think he was looking for Giovanelli, his favorite target last week, who had 147 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, but it just wasn't there, and it looked like he threw it away, which was a smart thing to do.
Yeah, he had the outside linebacker Frank Arth in his face, and really had to get rid of that football early. So it brings up a 3rd down and 10 for St. Louis Park.
Like to get a touchdown here.
He's going to throw it for the corner, and incomplete.
Just missed him. It looked like that's Giovanelli again. Just wasn't
Dvorak's
quite there.
pass. Ball's incomplete.
This is a timing play.
Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Giovanelli may have had a step on him, but just, again, a little too far.
It looks like he got a little bit hung up in there. Maybe a nice defensive play as well to slow Giovanelli down a little bit. But here we'll try for a field goal.
Number
And
14,
Nick
Kent on to attempt the field goal.
Yeah, and Will Dvorak will hold. Again, you always have the chance with Dvorak that he could take his knee off the ground and maybe throw a pass, too.
Absolutely.
So 30-yard field goal, plenty of leg. It's up and it's good.
Perfect.
Kent's field goal is good.
So Park goes up 3-0. You'd love to get a touchdown there, but you're certainly going to take a 3 and out and then marching the ball down the field to get a field goal here with just 9:36 left to play in the first quarter. A great start for the Orioles. So we'll see if Nick Kent can kick one deep into the end zone again for a touchback again, which would help them out with field position.
I don't think we've seen many of those for the last few years. That's a nice weapon to have with that leg. He is.
It sure is. Not only does it, keep him at the 20, it also just, it's one less play that your team has to make in terms of energy and hits and all that and those kinds of things. So
yeah, I think that's a great point, Paul. I mean, you're right. I mean, St. Louis Park got great field position there. They're able to get just a couple, big plays just to get in field goal range. And when you're able to kick, if you can stop the other team, you're going to get good field position back. There's another high kick that's going to go into the end zone. No return.
Here we go again. Let's see if we can lather, rinse,
Kent's
repeat.
Kickoff sails into the end zone for a touchback. First down, Jaguars.
Just so you all know, we're actually outside, not in the booth today. It's a beautiful day, so we might be getting a little bit more ambient noise than we usually do, so bear with us.
When you hear airplanes going overhead, they are.
Yep. Of course, we can also see better out here.
Nice handoff, good gain across the 26, 27-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a well-timed play. The running back there didn't catch his name, and quarterback were just in sync. He didn't have to slow down at all and could cut that corner tight for a nice gain.
Yeah, that's number 5, Max Clark. Inside handoff. Out to about the 29-yard line. Going to be a little short of first down. So they'll bring up a 3rd down and less than a yard to go for the Jaguars.
Let's see if Park can hold them. So far, they've been kind of stingy at the line there. When they're coming around the outside, it's a little looser, but trying to run it up the middle, Park's been stingy.
Quarterback keeper.
Looks like he's got
first
it.
Down.
Number 11, Trailer on the quarterback keeper. Brought down by number 33, Pearson. First down, the Jaguars.
Ron Pearson in on the tackle. Leading tackle for the Orioles this year has been Darryl Kemp III. He has 11 tackles and interception. Ortega with 10 tackles, and Zach Helfman with 9 tackles.
Looks like we got some offsides potentially.
Yeah, encroachment on the Orioles.
Defensive offsides, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Freitag was the leading receiver with 67 yards and 2 touchdowns, so watch for Freitag in this game.
Another nice run.
20 for Bertrand on the carry for Jaguars.
Look, they got some good blocking.
Brought down by number 9.
Park just couldn't close it up, and
for the Orioles, first down Jaguars.
another first down for Jefferson.
Yeah, Bertrand ran 14 times in their last game for 49 yards. They run quick plays, though. They don't take a lot of time at the line, and Bertrand was brought down across midfield.
Yeah, I think that one caught us all off guard.
Brought down by number 9, Ortega, and number 20, Favors.
And
for the Orioles.
Freitag was their leading receiver, but they also spread it out pretty well last week, too.
Another run, and good job by the Orioles. No room.
Really good pressure. Pounded it right in there, and he's down for a loss.
By number 11, Moot.
Yeah, Dewan Pearson and Thomas Moot did a great job putting a lot of pressure, pushing the offensive line back on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd down. About 6 yards to go. Back to pass, wide open over the middle. Pass is complete to Krug, who has a first down for the Jaguars.
That was a nice fake, a little play action fake, and just nails the throw.
Actually, he dropped it, it looks like.
He never got it.
Yeah, it was hard to see from this angle. It looked like he had it there and then
bobbled it around.
Yep, and then it went down.
So. And it looks like.
So 4th down, they're going for it here, Paul.
Well, I would say 4-down territory. Always is in high school, right?
Well, he could punt it. This could be one of those, Didn't get a good bounce, so it's rolling backwards through the legs of one of the players. Wasn't able to down it, and the Orioles will get it at the 24-yard line.
By the Jaguars. Flag on the play.
I'm not sure what happened there, but 77, Zachariah Johnson looked like he could have blocked that, but held up. I'm not sure what happened. What the penalty is.
Holding on the defense. Let's see if this was after the kick.
I didn't see any hold on the kick myself.
Yeah, so it'll be St. Louis Park football. They're just going to move it back closer to the goal line, and they'll mark this one at the 12.
Pretty good kick after all.
Yes, it was.
Holding on the Orioles. Be a 10-yard penalty. First down, Orioles.
So St. Louis Park now will start back in their own territory.
I'd like to see another give to Deontay's Ross and see what he can do with the ball. That was a nice power run he had. He's in the backfield.
Man in motion to the far side. There's a give to Ross. Ross just pulls 6 defenders with him. They're not able to bring him down,
Number 2,
but
Ross on the carry for the Orioles.
gets about the 21-yard line. So good first down play for the Orioles.
Yeah, that gets you out of that touchdown territory a little
Gain
bit.
of
You're always
8 on the
nervous
play,
when
brings
you're
up second down and
that
2.
far back. So now they can breathe a little bit.
When the Orioles last game struggled running the ball, they had, Bendixson had 9 carries for 33 yards. And aside from that, they were, I think they probably had 30 yards total rushing when you take Dvorak's loss of yards on the plays.
There goes Ross again.
And this time, first down, but
Number 2, Ross on the carry.
still a good defensive tackle made by the Jaguars there, not to let Ross get anything.
Yeah, that was a really nice tackle because if he doesn't
That's
get
the
that, who knows what he could have done with the ball there.
Yeah, that tackle was made by Maximo San Roman. He's the leading tackler on this Jefferson team. He had 11 tackles the last game that they played against Chaska. See if they just keep going to Deontay's here.
Why not?
Until they can stop him, which they did this time.
They sure did. They're keying in on him a little bit. Although that wasn't Ross, was it?
No,
Number 5,
Is that Hudson?
on the carry for the Orioles.
number 5 Hudson, and then
Brought down by
tackle
number
was
38,
Weber. Daniel Weber, the senior.
for the Jaguars.
I wouldn't be surprised
Brings
if
up second and long.
Dvorak went to Giovanelli on this play. That's the guy he likes to go to.
Yeah, Giovanelli, number 6. Brady Walsh lines up to the near side. Giovanelli to the far side. Rolling.
That's where he's looking.
Throws it across the middle. It's complete. And a first down for the St.
Number
Louis
4,
Park
the Orioles
Orioles.
pass is complete to number 9, Ortega.
And that was Ortega.
Yep, the tight end.
That's an
Looked like he was going to
Orioles
Giovanelli,
first
but then it went to
down.
Ortega. Those two have been playing together since 3rd grade.
There you get the big tight end wide open over the middle, and a great throw by Dvorak.
That's a very nice throw, nice play. We got a flag on this play.
I should mention Will's the captain of the team, returning
38
starter,
Bennington on the
all
flag
conference
carry,
in
play on the
2020
play.
for the White Suburban District. Also a starter on the basketball team. So holding against the Orioles.
Holding on the Orioles.
It's always frustrating when you get a holding
10-yard
call
penalty.
after a nice big play like that, and it
Still
just kind of
first down.
takes it away. But no matter.
When you start 1st and 20, it just changes the complexity of what kind of plays you can call.
Yeah. They got that play off really fast too, and I wonder if that may have contributed to a hold where somebody just wasn't quite ready.
Well, the worst part is they call it from the spot of the foul. They take 10 yards, so it's 1st and 23 now, not 20. Quarterback keeper. Oh, I think he was down.
Yeah, I think the
Number 4,
ground
Dvorak on the
probably
quarterback keeper.
caused that fumble. I would be surprised
Right.
if they give this to Jefferson.
Right, Dvorak's knee hit the ground, but if you look here, if he could have just broken that tackle, he had another 5, 6, 7 more yards. So.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He kind of hesitated a little bit. If he just powered right through, I think he could have
Brings up second and
broken
long.
that. But here we go, 2nd and 23 to go. It's a good passing down, I'd say.
I think so. Giovanelli to the near side. He's got great size.
Bad
Bobble
snap.
Oh, and Dvorak was able to get that one, but barely as coming in.
Number 4, Dvorak falls on the ball. Loss in the play, brings up 3rd and long.
Just over his head. And I like the way, though, Dvorak, instead of just going for the ball, he leaned his body into the defender to ensure that the defender couldn't pick up the ball and that he could control it. That was a nice way to protect the ball in an otherwise bad situation.
That defender was number 49, Kobold. He got in there in a hurry.
Sure did.
Third down, 21. Back to pass. Tries to throw in the flat, intended for
Number 4,
Deontay's
Dvorak's pass intended for
Yep.
number 2.
Dvorak under a
Falls
lot of
incomplete.
pressure there, had to
Fourth
get rid of the
down.
ball and had to do that thing where you got to kind of hop up and throw it over your defender so they don't block it, and it just went into Deontay Raz's feet, so it looks like a punting situation here.
Yeah, Zach Helfman will do the punting.
But even if Dvorak makes that throw, they're more than likely punting anyway. It wasn't
Helfman back to punt.
going to amount to much. So it was a good on him for getting rid of it.
Mamalakis waiting for the punt, almost blocked. It's a good punt, though.
Yeah, it's a nice punt, a little bit of a park bounce.
Takes an Oriole bounce down to the 35.
The good high kick gives your team time
Punt
to get
is
down there and
at
control
the
it.
35-yard line. First down, Jaguars.
So we have 3:14 left to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 St. Louis Park leads on a St. Louis Park Oriole field goal by Nick Kent. See if the Jaguars keep that hurry-up offense going.
Considering where the Orioles were, this is pretty good field position for the Orioles, that they actually got it all the way down to the 35.
So Trailer steps up under center this time. Hand off to Bertrand. Taken down at the 33-yard line.
24,
Yeah.
Bertrand.
And that was a nice tackle by Bendixson. Just got his jersey
brought
with his
down by number
fingers and was
38,
able to
Bendixson.
pull him down.
Got to be strong to be able to do that.
Loss on the play brings up second down.
Call it a loss of a yard.
2:50 to go in the quarter.
Bertrand lines up next to Trailer. Man in motion. Trailer throws to the far side. Player open is Croup.
He's wide open. And you know, Park
Number 11,
really
Trailer's
struggled in the
pass
secondary
is
last
complete.
week. I can't remember how many yards they gave up
Number 1, Croup.
just in passing, but
First
they
down,
gave up over
Jaguars.
500 yards total. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jaguars try to exploit the secondary a little bit more in this game.
Yeah, really a nice play by Trailer, how he was able to quickly get that throw off, and a nice play. Man in motion. Pitch goes to Bertrand. Bertrand 5, 6, 7 yards
Nice
on the
run.
play.
24, Bertrand on the carry.
Good blocking by the right side of the line by the Jaguars that time, and a nice gain on first down.
Brought down by number 8, Hagar, and number 20, Favors. Brings up second down for the Jaguars.
Pitch goes to Bertrand.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, tackle behind after getting maybe a yard, but
24
still short
Bertrand
of
on
a
the
first
carry.
down, so bring up a third down.
I believe that was
Brought down by
Thomas
number
Moot
11,
on the
Moot
tackle.
for the Orioles. Brings up third down.
Good wrap up and pulled him right down. It's third down. This is a big third down for the Orioles. They'd really like to get a stop here.
Quarterback's going to keep it.
Number
Trailer
11,
has the first
Trailer
down.
on the
So he
quarterback
got it.
keeper.
So a good drive going for the Jaguars right now.
Sure are.
Brought down by number 55, Dunlap.
Mixing it up, but Trailer has Croup to the far side. Bertrand in the backfield.
Oh, what a
And we
run.
give to Bertrand. He still stays on his feet inside the 30-yard line.
24, Bertrand on the
And
carry.
it looked like
for
he had
the
some great
Jaguars.
blocking there, found the hole, hit it hard, broke a tackle, and it looks like another first down for the Jaguars.
Second and short.
Nope, not quite. Second and short.
Yeah, really close, but again, a great job by the right side of that offensive line to open the hole for him.
Got about 35 seconds left in the quarter here.
Clark in motion. Clark gets the football, and Clark gets down to the 22.
Boy, is he quick.
Yeah, so Clark comes from the flanker position, ends up cutting across the field, getting the football, and
Number 5, Clark on the carry.
So it looks like that'll do it for the first quarter. Three to nothing, the Orioles, in a game that looked like it was maybe going to be high scoring right out of the gate, but here we are, 3-0 after one quarter.
yeah, you know, St. Louis Park marched down fairly on their first possession, and then they stalled. Bloomington stalled on their first possession, and now they're starting to march down the field. So I think, you know, again, only the second game of the season, takes both teams a little bit of time here to, you know, fill each other out.
Well, and then you also make in-game adjustments too, right? I mean, they were keying on Deontez Ross. The Orioles were at first, and maybe Jefferson was figuring something out there. So it always just continues to go back and forth. And the thing that I'm liking out of the Jaguars right now is, like you said, the way they're really mixing it up. And you kind of don't know what they're going to do from play to play. And that keeps the defense on its toes.
Well, it does, and then defensively for the Jaguars, they've done a really good job on Giovanelli. And I think, you know, Dvorak, that's the player he'd like to find some open space with, and he's the kind of guy who can get that touchdown for you. He can burn the defense, and the Jaguars know that. They've played him well so far here in the first quarter. So we come to the second quarter here. And the give is to Bertrand. Bertrand gets about
24, Bertrand on the carry, brought down by number
20-yard line.
15,
Zach
Helfman
in on the tackle.
Yeah, and it looked like he had a nice hole there, but it was
Brings up second
DeJuan
down.
Pearson got the jersey and just slowed him down enough that they were able to collapse on him.
Brock Edwards in the backfield. He gets the football. First time he's carried the ball, and Orioles will stack him up at the 20-yard line.
.33 Edwards on the carry. Stopped by the Orioles. Brings up third down.
So 3rd and 7 to go. Jaguars knocking on the door.
Mamalakis over on the far side of the field. Tabernis on the near side as a wide receiver. Clark in motion. Now they look to the far side. This one's going to be overthrown. Intended for Mamalakis.
Number 11 Trailer's pass is intended for
another one of those timing plays, and he just got it a little too far, although he's covered well.
Yeah, Daryl Kemp, the safety, coming over
Brings
and
up
doing a
fourth
good
down.
job.
Little bump there, but it was after the ball landed.
So the Jaguars looking like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They need 7 yards. Again, Edwards in the backfield to throw the near side.
Looks like he got it.
It's going to be a
Number
first
11
down.
Trailer's pass.
Take a look at that again. It's a nice throw.
To number
Kinda
5
flips
Clark.
it right in there.
Shut that
And
downs.
Max Clark doing a
First
good
down,
job.
goal to go for the
Hold
Jaguars.
on to the football, yep. You only need one
that's
footer.
right, you only need one. So a good catch. And it's 1st and goal. Jaguars looking to take the lead.
Edwards in the backfield. The pitch goes to Edwards. Has an opening. Edwards fights towards the goal
I
line.
think he's just short.
It's going to be short, yep.
But a very nice run by
33
Edwards.
Edwards
Knee
is
went
tripped
down,
up.
but now they're right on the goal line.
2nd and goal.
Brock Edwards, 5'9", 235 pounds.
Whew.
And when you're 235 pounds, you get the ball up near the goal line.
That's right. It's reminiscent of the refrigerator Perry
Edwards
days,
brought
right?
down by number 3
William Perry.
Kemp and
A
number 9
tragic
Ortega.
incident where he got a touchdown in the Super Bowl and Walter Payton didn't.
I think we're going to see. I think we'll see a quarterback keeper. They've been that play has been successful. They're at the 2-yard line right now, though.
I think they lost a little bit on that last one.
Well, you're going to pass them. Oh, they're going to keep it.
Oh, what a wrap up! And that looked like Kemp coming in.
Trailer on the quarterback keeper, brought down by number 38, Bendixson.
Henry Bendixson,
I didn't see the 8. I only saw the 3.
Yeah, again, from where we are, it's a little hard to see the numbers on the black uniforms with the orange, but yeah, that was a great play by Bendixson.
So now they've got a full 4 yards to go on 4th down. Big opportunity for Park to keep this a 3-0 game.
And for the Jaguars, they know that if they get stopped, their Orioles are going to have bad field position, and we're going to get a offsides on St. Louis Park. So they'll move it half the distance to the goal line.
And these penalties are really hurting Park.
Yeah, that moves it to the 2-yard line, and that 1 yard when you're in this kind of position can make a big difference.
Huge difference.
Defensive offsides.
Now you're maybe in keeper territory again.
After this, it's goal, still 4th down.
So far, the receiver they've been going to has been Krupp. We'll see number 1 what they elect to try and throw to him.
The referee's having a little conference here. Gives the Orioles defense a little breather.
Now the referees just want to get in position here. So.
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
He was wide open. That was
Nice
Isaac
play.
Sevig.
Number 11, Trailer's pass
Touchdown for the Jaguars. They take a lead.
Yeah, so trailer to
Jaguars
Sevig
touchdown.
for a couple yards.
It
First
was a
score of the game for the
well-designed
Jaguars.
play. He just kind of pops off the line, wide open. Nobody's on him. Easy throw. Even though it's a little bit behind him, and he makes the catch, and the Jaguars take the lead.
So now the extra point attempt.
High snap. And it's good.
Kick is good.
.39 Swanson's extra point.
So that was
is
quite a
good.
drive by the Jaguars. They held that ball for a long time. That's going to wear down the Orioles defense. Their offense is going to need a nice long drive to answer to that right here.
Yep, I think that could have been close to like a 10-minute drive.
It was a long drive, which is just exactly what you want to do. Control the ball, control the clock, drive it right down, get a touchdown. That's everything you work for.
Well, and again, it took 4th down plays to be able to convert 4th downs to be able to keep the drive alive or get the touchdown in. The St. Louis Park Orioles defensive, giving them credit is that they didn't allow any long plays, but again, Jefferson was able to just work their way down methodically and get that touchdown. Swanson's kick.
Looks like Giovanelli on the return.
Yeah, but we'll see if he can get open with his speed. Giovanelli is going to be boxed in and taken down at the 25-yard line.
So here we go. We'll see if the Orioles can answer. The way that the other thing, the way the Jaguars spread it out so much, that's kind of what can allow you to just sort of plod down the field because, like we said, the defense doesn't know
Number
what's
6,
coming.
Giovanelli on the return.
And so they don't need big plays because they can mix it up so
First
well.
down
They can
Orioles.
just plod right down the field. I don't even know if plod is a word, but it makes sense to me.
Sounds good. I think it is. Well, I think I would play that one in a game of Scrabble. So
Not a bad play.
there's Ross off right tackle.
Gets a few.
Yeah, that's good for the Orioles. They're getting 4 or 5 yards on these first down plays.
Yep.
Number 2,
I think
Ross
what
on
hurt
there
the
for
Orioles on that previous possession that they had was the big 10-yard penalty that they had. That holding penalty made it 1st and 23, and they couldn't recover from that.
Right.
Second down.
Dvorak looks that he sees man-to-man coverage on the near side. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. Well, He's going to give it to Ross. Ross looking for the block, gets one. Gets inside across the 40 down to
Number
the
2,
43.
Ross on the carry.
Real nice run by Ross and a great
Brought
block
down by
that got him
number
the
3,
extra yards
Hicks.
and a good push at the end to pick up even a
That's
couple
an
more.
Orioles.
And you'll notice,
first
Paul, what he did too is he
down.
waited for the block. He sort of took his time here, waited for the block, then got outside and just methodically got across the 40 down to the 42. So using that word a lot, methodically.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like
Too much.
that's how you plot.
Yeah.
Brady Walsh on that block, by the way.
His keeper now for Dvorak. He does a nice job.
Very nice job.
And Dvorak gets close to the 50-yard line. So
Number 4,
8-yard
Dvorak,
first
the
down
quarterback
play for
keeper.
the Orioles here.
This is exactly what the Orioles needed to do right now. Just slowly move that ball up the field, get some good runs in, get
Ian
your
Abate on the
legs
play,
kind of
brings up
behind you, and
second
get
down
the
and 2 for the
and
Orioles.
allow that defense to rest.
Yeah, exactly. That's a key point there, Paul, is they just need to sustain a longer drive here and let that defense stay off the field. So.
7 minutes to play in the half.
Player in motion. And they give to Ross.
Oh, and
there
that
goes
a
Ross.
great run.
And Ross on his feet all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Number 2, Ross on the carry.
Well, it's fun
the
watching
Orioles.
him run because he's got that great size and he's got that
Brought down by
motor
number
going.
17, King.
And I
the
want to get in
Jaguars.
his way.
That's an
That's right.
Orioles
He got some
first
great blocking on that play,
down.
too. He wasn't even touched until he was a good 10 yards out and was able to bring it all the way down to the 30-yard line, and Park is just right back in it.
Dantes Ross also plays basketball for the Orioles. Looks like he's huffing and puffing. We'll see if they give him the ball again or if maybe Dvorak will take one. Well, we get a
Flag on the play.
false start on the Orioles.
Maybe. I mean, that whole line moved, so that's an indication that somebody on the offensive line.
Actually, they're going the other
Look
way.
at that.
They moved
Defensive
because the
offsides
defense
on the
moved
Jaguars.
first.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Yeah, I saw basically the whole defensive line moved at the same time, which is usually an indication that somebody on the offensive line twitched. But
I got nervous. Dvorak, he threw that towel so hard to get it to the sideline that he's going to throw his arm out. Bendixson,
Yep.
and we get a penalty.
Nothing there for Bendixson. We'll see who the flag is on.
38, Bendixson on the carry.
Looks like it'd be a hold on
Flag
the
on the
Orioles.
play. Holding on the Orioles.
It looks like
Someone,
for a minute there, I thought Dvorak was walking off the field. He's just getting the play.
again, those holding penalties are big. Now it
Yeah. That's huge.
pushed the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
first down and 20 yards. to go.
Still first down.
Yeah, that's a big loss, but they just keep doing what they've been doing. They can get right through this.
Dvorak hasn't had a lot of time to throw. Let's see if he can. The line can give him some time to maybe get the ball downfield a little bit here. Back to pass, still under pressure. Throws and over the head of the receiver.
He took a hit
Number
there
4,
too.
Dvorak's pass falls.
And you're right. There's no
Brings up
time.
second down.
Yeah, and that pass was intended for Brady Walsh, but again, Dvorak had to get rid of that ball a lot quicker than he wanted to.
Looked like Kashan Kabold was the one that got right through their big body, and Dvorak didn't have much choice other than to throw it away. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Dvorak, though. He's got a good presence in the pocket, knows when he needs to get rid of it. He's not taking sacks. He's not bobbling the ball or anything. I've seen a lot of improvement in him over the last year.
Back to pass thrown over the middle.
Nice
It's complete.
throw.
Nice. They looked like they had double coverage going to Giovanelli's side, and here they're able to throw it over the middle for.
That looks like it was to Marcus Hosfield.
Number 4,
Just
Dvorak's
threads
pass
the needle.
is
He's
complete to
triple
number
covered,
17,
basically.
Hosfield.
Dvorak threads the needle.
Brings
Hosfield
up
brings the
third and
ball
short.
in and gets some extra yards. Great play.
They're we'll get a timeout here.
Yep.
Timeout.
Jaguars
Bloomington Jefferson.
calling a timeout. They want to make sure they get this right.
We got the scoreboard needs to get updated there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think it's 3rd and 20. It's 3rd and about 2. And
yeah, and this right now will be really for the Orioles. You're probably going to see someone like Ross getting the football here, and if he doesn't get the first down, they'll go for it again in this territory. Although they do have a great kicker, so
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they gave him a shot at the field goal if they don't get it. But being that close, I think you're right. You go for it.
I think the Jaguars know this is a big play defensively for them, and so
yeah, they want
a good call, timeout call here.
5:10 left in the first half. 7-3 Jaguars lead.
So Dvorak calling the signals. He has Ross in the backfield. Deontay's gets it, and Deontay's with a first down, breaks one tackle. Deontay's heading to the end zone, but going to be stopped at the 5. But that was a great run by Deontay's Ross.
That's a big run, just a power runner right up the gut. Exactly as you called it, the gift to Ross. He does a nice little fake there.
That's an Orioles
almost broken loose.
First down.
Yeah, he made sure he held on to the ball at the last second. You saw he had it in his right hand, pulled it in to make sure that they wouldn't knock it free from him. And now they give it to Ross again. Deontay's, and he is in the end zone.
Bye-bye, little
Sebastian. The carry. That's an Orioles touchdown.
Exactly what the St. Louis Park Orioles needed to do there. Nice long drive, not nearly as long as Jefferson's, but not many are. Great plays, good ball movement, and pounded it in for a touchdown to take the lead.
And most of it on the ground. Deontay's Ross having a great first half for the Orioles.
We'll see if Nick Kent can poke it through the uprights.
0 for 1 in that extra point category. And he's got it.
It's perfect today.
Kent's kick is good.
So 10-7 Orioles, 4:52 to go in the first half. Fun game here today. Energized crowds, both teams playing well.
Yeah, we have a good crowd. It started off pretty sparse when we got here, but I think it really picked up. And it's Jersey night here, which is always fun to see all these different jerseys and some of the players that these teams fans idol and stuff, and a lot of the kids. And just the problem is we see too many Green Bay jerseys.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. We got this kid right here in front of us, and it's balanced out by some Vikings jerseys, but
that's right.
Are we supposed to be objective? We'll see if Kent can drive it into the end zone again.
Not much of a wind here tonight, so
No.
I don't think going right to left or left to right makes too much of a difference in his kicking.
Good kicker weather.
There it is. It's going to be returned. And a big
Nice
hole.
return. Oh. And that right there, though, is an example of why having a kicker who can kick to touchbacks is so valuable. Now you're starting at the 40 versus the 20. Great return. Almost broke it, but just lost his footing.
I think that was Chris Walker.
So Jaguar ball on the 35-yard line, 4:45 to play in the half.
Cormac Radford, I believe, is the
Cormac,
return guy. Sorry.
very nice return.
So now the Jaguars offense gets back on the field. The Orioles defense should be a little rested from the last series. And the pass to Clark. Clark breaks it. Goes down the sideline, and he was tripped up, but good second effort by Clark to break through from the
11
defender.
trailers pass
Gain
is
an extra
complete.
20-25
To
yards.
number 5, Clark. Brought
He's
down
just
by number 11,
quick and has
Boots.
such good footwork. The way
First
he
down,
just
Jaguars.
kind of skirts through cut that corner like that, stay in bounds, and then the burst of speed. But a nice tackle. I didn't see who that was to keep him from going even further.
Another nice run up the middle on first down. Maybe Bertrand.
24 Bertrand on the carry for the Jaguars, brought down by number 38 Bendixson for the Orioles. Brings up second down.
A lot of tackles by Bendixson so far in this game, and also Pearson. Back to pass, thrown over the middle. Through his hands.
Right through his hands, overthrown, and almost
Number 11
picked
Trailer's
off.
pass.
Looks like Ross had a beat on it, but he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, and then Ezra Hudson was just a
Brings
little
up
too
third
far
down.
from getting to that football.
Yeah. Looks like it may have been tipped. Couldn't quite tell. Now we're looking at 3rd and 5.
Back to pass, under pressure, and intended
Number
for
11
Group.
Trailer's pass intended for number 85. Ball's
That's a
incomplete.
Right move by Trailer there. You just got to get
Brings
rid of it
up
in that
fourth
situation.
down.
Great defense here by the Orioles this last couple of plays. And the Jaguars just haven't been able to get a whole lot going in the passing game. But they're running well.
So 4th down, and we'll see if they're going to do one of these punts. See if the quarterback Trailer will punt, or is he going to run a play here? Or are they going to just try and draw the Orioles off sides, which looks like that may be what they're doing.
Give that old classic hard count.
Orioles have had a couple encroachment penalties.
And if I'm the Orioles, you'd just be real steady here.
Play clock has to be running out.
Yeah, this is taking forever.
Wow. Trailer's able to punt the football, and this one goes into the end zone. So Orioles will get it at the 20.
Number 11
They'll have
Trailer's
about
punt
4
sails
minutes to
into the
deal
end
with
zone
to
for
maybe
a
even get
touchdown.
another score. Got 4 minutes left in the half.
Orioles lead 10-7 here.
Very nice stop by the Orioles there, as it looked like the
First down,
Jaguars were
Orioles.
poised to head right back down the field like they did before, but then they knotted them up there at about the 30, 35-yard line. The other thing that the Orioles need to be careful here, they got to be really careful with the ball. You do not want to turn the ball over right here, right now.
Did you just jinx them here? Let's hope
I
not.
probably did.
We have, it's just like last year we say, hey, we haven't had many penalties in this game, and then about 13 flags get thrown the rest of the way. I think we're going to see Deontay's get the ball in this territory.
Dvorak commanding the offense well.
Oh, he's going to throw it. He rolls to the near side, throws it.
Nice.
Caught. The 34-yard line.
Number 4 Dvorak's pass is complete.
Nice throw, good footwork on Dvorak there
So
as he's
number 6,
running, then kind of has
Giovanelli.
to twist the body around. Just throws a nice pass.
That's an Orioles.
Yep, and he finally,
first
Giovanelli
down.
gets
right to Doobie.
gets that catch, yep.
So 3:49 to play in the quarter.
Giovanelli had 6 catches for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns in their first game of the season. So he's been very quiet in this first half.
Sure has. And I think the Jaguars have been keying on him. There's Ross.
Number 2 Ross.
Yeah,
on the carry for the
Deontay's.
Orioles. Brought down by number 6 Donley for the Jaguars.
Jackson Donnelly, the
Second down.
5'7" junior linebacker with the tackle.
It's good the Orioles taking their time here. You do want to chew down that clock too. You'd love to score, but you're also feeling pretty good going into the locker room 10-7. 3 minutes left to play.
Hosfield coming in late.
And real late.
I don't know, I think they should have a lot of time if you go back to Jefferson.
Oh.
And Dvorak gets tripped up.
Oh!
There's a little late hit.
Number 4 Dvorak
Yeah, Dvorak slipped back
He's
there
down
and then
for
just
a loss.
got hit. I don't.
brings up
Kind
third
of
down.
surprised there wasn't a flag there. Maybe the whistle hadn't blown. Just
Yeah.
slips.
Right here, let's see here.
Yeah, it just seems unnecessary. That's a loss of about 5-6 yards.
Right, 3rd and long, and that penalty would have been big because the Orioles would have had a first down.
Yep.
Now they're going to really struggle to get that first down here and probably have to punt the football.
2 minutes left to play. Try to chew up as much clock as you can here.
Stepping up, Dvorak. It's up the middle and goes down at the 32-yard line. He's going to bring up a 4th down. We'll see if the Jaguars call a timeout or will they let the clock run down.
I'm surprised they haven't.
Number 4, Dvorak, is brought down by number 24, Bertrand. Brings up 4th down.
Well, the Orioles are going to take as much time as they can here before they punt this football.
Yep, smart move.
Zach Helfman will do the punting.
Big kid.
Mamalakis back for the Jaguars. Love saying that name. Orioles will take a timeout. They'll let it run down and take that
Timeout,
timeout.
St. Louis Park.
So 1:15 left in the half. Orioles take a timeout. We'll punt the ball, and we'll see what the Jaguars will do. It'll probably depend on the kick and the return. If they kick it deep, it wouldn't surprise me if they just kind of run the clock out. But if they get good field position, you take a shot.
Yeah, and I think, from where this ball is right now, I do think the Jaguars will have decent field position to be able to utilize that last minute of time. And I think they do have 2 timeouts left. So, and then the clock stops on 1st down so they can get set up.
And that's a nice thing at this level and in college. You just keep getting first downs, and you don't have to worry so much about the clock.
Well, a lot of pressure.
Oof, almost
I don't know.
blocked.
Helfman did a good job to get rid of that one. And
Nice bounce for the Orioles, though.
yeah, probably not a wise move by the Mamalakis. He probably should have tried to fill that football because that may have been about a 20-yard differential if he was able to fill that. And start up
He also may have gotten drilled, although he did call for a fair catch, didn't he?
First down, Jaguars.
Yeah, that's a good point. So 1 minute and 6 seconds left to play. Ball on the 25-yard line. What do you think? Do they get aggressive or are they going to play conservative?
I think they get aggressive, and I think players to watch for would be like Krupp and Habermas. Habermas lines up to the near side. Frailer steps up, throws, and it's caught. It could have been almost intercepted too.
Almost, yeah. Little shovel-type pass, and
because it was
Number
bobbled.
11 Trailer's pass is complete
It was really tight coverage.
to number 34, Mamalakis.
He did a really good job reaching his arm out, but
Timeout. Bloomington Jefferson.
it's a timeout for Jefferson. 55 seconds left in the half.
yeah, that's the kind of play that St. Louis Park will give up, that little 4 or 5 yard play, because a lot of time goes off the clock or they have to use a timeout. So if you don't give up that first down, that clock's going to keep moving. They're going to reset the clock. 5-9, I think.
So 59 seconds left. 2nd down and 2. If I'm correct, the Orioles will receive in the second half.
Trailer, back to pass, has time to throws to the near side, complete, but tackle right away.
Trailer's
Habermas.
pass is caught
And did he get it?
Yep.
by number
I'll give you short.
85.
Short of the first down. That's huge because it keeps that clock
Yep.
running.
And they're going to do a hurry up offense.
Yep.
Back to pass, thrown again to the near
Same
side.
play.
Same play to Habermas. He gets the first down.
Yep. Almost
Flag
a
on the
horse
play.
collar tackle Oriole defender let up quickly, though. 33
I know
seconds
the referees are talking over at midfield. Was there a flag?
I didn't. Oh yeah, there's a flag down.
Over on the far side of the field.
Could be a hold. Let's take a look. Oh, that was the previous play. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know.
Unsportsmanlike conduct? Is it?
Looks like they picked it up.
Okay. Fumble. Quarterback keeps it. He goes down at the 31-yard line. The clock will continue. They're going to have to call a timeout here. I think
25 seconds, 24.
Number 11 trailers brought down by
Not a
number
whole
8
lot you can
Hagar.
do at this point.
Yeah, Jaguars have a timeout left, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah.
They may call it with like
Brings up fourth
5
down.
seconds left and they maybe run a Hail Mary pass. I'm not sure. No, they're just going to let it go.
I think that's a smart thing to do at this point. Nothing's really cooking. You don't want to risk any fumbles or interceptions. Just let it go out. 10-7 at the half.
Yeah, so
That
I
brings
think
us to
for
the
St.
end
Louis
of
Park,
the
they'll
first
take
half.
this.
St. Louis Park
Jefferson took
10,
the lead in
Bloomington
the
Jefferson
first half,
7.
and St. Louis Park came back to take the lead back in their favor. And defensively, they really made some adjustments and seemed to do a great job against the Jaguars.
They sure have, and I think both teams have responded to one another well. So we've got a really nice game set up for the second half here. 10-7 Orioles lead. It's a beautiful night. There's just not a whole lot more you could ask for in a football game, Bruce.
Well, I guess if that's the way it goes, Paul, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the second half. Hopefully an exciting second half of football. Stay with us. Bruce Oberlin along with Paul Bodwin. 10-7 the score, St. Louis Park over Jefferson. We're at halftime.
We all look up to someone. Could be parents, teachers, or coaches. They give and give and give, and then they give some more. Their impact, immeasurable. Their sacrifices, too many to count. So to all the mentors in our lives who helped us get to right here and now, thank you.
We are back, and it's halftime, but we're getting ready to start the second half. Bruce Oberlin along with Paul Bodwin. And Paul, it's a 10-7 game. We saw St. Louis Park start the scoring with a 3-0 lead on a 30-yard field goal by Kent. And Jaguars came back in the first half with Sept getting a 2-yard pass from Taylor. Kick by Swanson was good. That made it 7-3. But then the Orioles came back on some nice runs, a good series, and some nice runs by Deontay Ross, who capped it off with a 5-yard touchdown run and gave the Orioles a 10-7 lead, which is where we're at.
Yeah, it was a really fun half of football. Good game going. The crowd is fired up in the second half. I think we're in for a ride for the next hour or so as we head into the third quarter, and the Orioles will receive. Let's see if they can manufacture one of those great drives that they had toward the end of the first half.
So Luke Swanson will kick off. Giovanelli will take it at the 15. Trying to find a little bit of a hole, but gets to the 25. Maybe a little short of the 25. We'll call it the 24, and the Orioles.
First down Orioles.
We'll start with, see who they have in the backfield. It's been mostly Deontay Ross. I think the first game we saw a lot of Bendixson in the backfield. And
yeah, Deontay Ross has been just so effective tonight. He's had a couple big runs, a lot of really good, 3 to 4 yard runs. So I would imagine they're going to continue to go with him as long as it's working.
Well, Paul, and I think if they go with that, it may open up some play action passes, which they have not had a lot of time to throw the football in. And Dvorak just needs a little bit more time than he's had. There's Deontay's.
Number 2, Ross on the carry.
Up to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle by the Jaguars there. I'm sure they have got him keyed up. And
Brings up second
really
down
good
for the
wrap up. I
Orioles.
mean, look at just kind of the gang tackle thing going there. They're hitting him hard.
But that right side of the line, you saw about a nice 3-yard hole for him to get a good start, and that's where it ended. But it was actually a good job by the right side of that offensive line.
And you're right, Dvorak just hasn't had a lot of time in the passing game, so.
Now they try and.
We got a flag
Yeah,
now.
I think we're going to get a hold, but
Yep.
Deontay's Ross
in the
getting out
carry.
to the 29. I think this one's going to come back.
Tripped up
Yep.
by number 28,
Wow.
San Roman.
And they are
Flag
just
on the play.
really shooting themselves in the foot with the holding calls today.
Yeah, this is about the third holding call that the Orioles have had, and on the first two, they were unable to get that first down because of it. And I think for this, the kind of plays
Holding
that
on
the
the
Orioles are
Orioles.
running with trying to have a
10-yard
controlled
penalty,
offense,
still
where you're
second
getting
down.
these chunks of 4 and 5 yards. Now when you put yourself in this second down and 20-some yards to go, it's going to make it really tough on the quarterback.
We'll see if he can get some pass protection here. Keeps it.
Yeah, Dvorak.
Wow.
Good. That was a nice run by Dvorak because he got close to the 30-yard line. So
Number
he got a
4,
big
Dvorak on
chunk
the
of
quarterback
yards
keeper.
back. That was
Yeah.
about a 14-yard run.
Yeah, that's a great run. That's a big play right there.
Brought
You were
down by
looking
number
2nd and
43,
19, and now you're looking at about 3rd and 5.
For the Jaguars.
Yeah, he got a nice block on the right side
Brings
of the
up
line
third
to
down.
free him up. He lost the football out of bounds.
He's got to be careful the way he holds that ball. He had a play earlier in the first half where he was flopping around and could have been knocked out.
So 3rd and 4, many things they can do here. Maybe give it to Deontay's, and
You
they
think?
do.
Yeah, not quite.
No,
Number 2,
Deontay's
Ross
gets a couple.
on the carry for the Orioles.
Boy, it's tempting to go for it in this situation.
It is, but their punting game has
down by
been
number
pretty good. They've been
17,
able to
King.
get some good rolls, but
For the Jaguars.
they look
Fourth
like they're
down.
going to set up to go for it. See if
Well, it's 4th and 2, and it seems like Deontay Ross could get 2 yards at will.
they're going to have the quarterback take it, and this
Number
is
4, Dvorak,
you said
the quarterback
go
keeper.
at will, right?
At will Dvorak.
That's correct. You got it right. Good call, Paul.
And he's got it.
That's an Orioles first down.
I think that's a play where they're letting Dvorak look and see what the defense is giving them, and Dvorak decided to take the quick snap and go for it and got the first down. So they overcame the penalty, which was big for the Orioles. And the give to Ross. Again,
Number 2,
Jefferson doing a
Ross on the
better.
carry.
The Jaguars doing a better job now stopping Deontay's.
But like you said, it could very well open up the passing game a little bit as the defenders are now keying
Brought
in
down
on
by
him
number
so much.
24,
It might
Bertrand
give him just
for the
that extra
Jaguars.
second and a half to get a good
Short
throw
gain on the play,
downfield.
brings up second down.
2nd and 9. We'll see what they do.
Giovanelli to the near side. I'd like to see that play over the middle like Ortega. They had a nice play earlier. And
Got a false start.
Flag on the play.
A lot of
False
Oriole
start on the
penalties.
Orioles.
You hope that's something that they clean up as the season goes
5-yard
on.
penalty, still second down.
so second down and 13 yards to go.
.8:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Oh,
That was deflected. Again, not much time for
Number 4's pass
Dvorak.
is
now they
batted
did a little
down by
play
number
action to
49
Deontay, and then there's nothing he can do there. He's trying to get it around him, and
for the Jaguars.
that ball is
Brings up
blocked.
third down.
Yeah, it's a couple times that we've seen number 49, Kayshawn Cobold, and there he gets in quick.
Yeah, he's gotten in a couple times untouched, so they're missing something in their scheme.
Back to pass.
It's picked
And
off.
it's intercepted. Yep.
And he's
And
gone.
It's going to be a touchdown. for the Jaguars. Intercepted and run back by Frank Arth, the outside linebacker.
And again,
Number 4, Dvorak
Dvorak, just no time whatsoever. Tries to get rid of the ball, throws into traffic. We'll take a look here. And he's just rushed and just kind of gets away from him. And it looks like Arteaga, he was intending it to, but he didn't even see it coming.
No, he had his back turned to the ball. So a 31-yard interception.
And that's an unfortunate opening drive for the Orioles. Eight minutes left in the quarter. Got a flag.
Flag on the play.
Seeing quite a few flags here so far in this half. This one's going to go against the Jaguars.
Not sure what the flag was.
12 players in the field.
Too many men on the field.
5-yard penalty. Retrack.
And the hold, Swanson's kick is no good.
So it'll stay a 3-point ball game. We're not quite at that point yet, but it's nice when you can do that. 13-10 with an unfortunate interception right here. Might have actually been going for Ross and missed him.
So Arth with the 31-yard interception return for a touchdown.
And
Makes it 13-10.
And of course, the important thing for the Orioles here is you just can't let that get you down. You got to put that behind you and get right back at it. You've been having some really good positive plays on the offensive side of the ball. So just get right back on the horse.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the key for Dvorak is, he had a couple interceptions so far this season, but he also has 2 touchdowns. So we got to find a way to give Will some time.
Trying to turn the corner.
Down at the 16-yard line, so good job by the special
Number
teams.
19, Walsh on the return for the Orioles.
It was a nice, got about 45 yards horizontally.
First down, Orioles.
Yeah, Walsh just couldn't
turn the corner.
Nope. So they mark it at the 17-yard line, where Dvorak will see what he can do here after the interception. They may keep running Deontay's. You start wearing down the defense when you get your runners running. And that was a great tackle by number 77, Eric Refstall.
And they definitely went into the half and said, we got to watch this number 2, Deontay Ross here, and they're doing it. They're doing it well. They're slowing him down.
Short loss in the play brings up second down.
So 2nd and 12 to go. 7:30 left in the quarter.
Burrow's going with the strong left formation. Trying to get some room for Deontay's.
Number 2, Ross on the carry for the Orioles.
A nice little hole there, but the Jaguars collapsed on it well. We got a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd and long, and they're gonna have to throw the ball.
Well, they are, and this is what Jaguars want, is to put the Orioles in that long situation where they can put pressure on Dvorak. So
short gain on the play brings up 3rd and long.
And this is where the Orioles need sort of maybe that quick play over the middle.
Yeah.
And if they can get Arteaga over the middle, but Jaguars have made some adjustments here and are doing a great job defensively so far on the Orioles.
Looks like timeout called by the Orioles.
St. Louis Park.
Yeah, St. Louis Park looked over the field, didn't like what they saw, and now the Orioles will use their first timeout of the second half.
In a close game, you don't like using your timeouts in the third quarter, but that's a good one right there where it's 3rd and long. You're semi-deep into your own territory. You just had a pick 6. You want to get this right.
So the Orioles started their season with a 32-12 loss to Simley. Play Jefferson tonight. Now they head over to Two Rivers for a game next Friday, September 17th. Come back home to play Benilde St. Margaret's on the 24th. Home against Orono on the 1st. And they close their season against Holy Angels, Laconia, and Chaska. So.
Yeah, and that Benilde game is always fun. That's kind of the St. Louis Park battle, and it's homecoming, and so that'll be a good time.
Yeah, I think it's great to have Benilde St. Margaret's as your homecoming opponent. So. There's a little room for Dvorak as he rolls right, throws, caught. First down for the Orioles.
Number 4, Dvorak.
And I like that play. Instead of dropping him straight back, they've got him on a rollout, which he did a lot of last year, and he rolls out real well. He's really patient here. It would have been tempting to do the check down, but he was patient, held on to the ball, and threw it downfield. Trying to figure out who caught that ball. We don't have his number, but good catch. That builds some confidence too. Like, all right, okay, we threw the ball downfield. We can do it again.
They're gonna throw it again. Here's a catch on the near side.
And you know, once again, there was Dvorak rolling out again to the other side. But if they can kind of keep him moving, it seems like they got a better shot.
That's an
and Paul, that was a great play by Walsh, but as we talked about, you get the passing game going, then you have a chance for Deontay's now to get some runs in there.
It's that whole cyclical thing. Sometimes you got to run to pass, and sometimes you got to pass to run, and they feed each other. Keep that defense honest.
Well, Jason Foster seeing his team get a couple first downs. Here's Deontay's. He's got more room here. Breaks one, breaks another one. Deontay's heading to the corner. Down the far sideline and out at the 24-yard line.
Great run by Ross. Got some good blocking in here as well. Skips a tackle there, sneaks through there, breaks that one at the ankles, and is off to the races. And now they're deep into Jaguar territory.
Saying he's out at the 27. And again, that's a case where if you're able to pass the ball and roll out, it opens it up for the running game. So.
6 minutes left to play in the quarter. The Orioles on a nice drive here.
High snap.
High snap, and he skirts it.
Yeah, Dvorak did a good job until he finally wrapped up. By number
4,
17,
Dvorak is
Danny
brought down by
King.
number 17, King.
Tackled right in front of the Jaguar faithful.
No gain on the play. Brings up second
again,
down.
a good job by Dvorak just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So.
Yeah, 2nd and 10.
Walsh with single coverage on the near side. Giovanelli over on the far side. And then the safety is always looking for Giovanelli. You can see he's over on that side. So Walsh, look to Walsh's side, but
just overthrew him.
Yep.
And he maybe had to a little bit. He had that pressure coming in, and had to get the ball over the defender.
Dvorak's pass intended for Hosfield falls incomplete.
But he had him. Had him by a couple steps.
That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Marcus Hosfield, the intended receiver on that play. It's 3rd and 10.
And the Jaguar secondary sure has been keying on Giovanelli all game. That's about why he's been quiet. And that's what you do when a guy's coming off of a game with 147 yards and 2 touchdowns.
So the Orioles are just on the edge of field goal range. I think they probably need to get some more yardage here.
3rd down. They roll him out again.
Yeah, they're going to have, this time Dvorak cuts back inside. And now they have a interesting decision to make. It's going to bring up a 4th and 3.
Short gain on the play brings up 4th down.
They have a chance to go for the tie here, and I think they are going to bring in the kicking unit.
I like that. I like you got this nice new kicker. He's been having a good game. We know he's got the leg, and this is a great place to see if he can get what is a somewhat clutch field goal to tie the game up with 4 minutes left in the 4 or 5 minutes left in the third quarter. I like it. But I'd also like to see Will Dvorak just take that snap to the near side and get a first down.
Dvorak to hold.
Nope.
Oh, that kick is low and blocked.
Yeah. And that's a live ball.
Field goal is no good.
So the Orioles attempt to tie. We'll see if what happened here. Looks like a good hold.
Yeah, he just missed it.
Yeah. Almost looked like maybe he pivoted a little too far forward. And
Yeah, he was too much in front of it, and it just a low kick. And unfortunate end to what was a good drive, but you know that's okay. You brought the kicker out there, he missed one, and you just keep going at it. It's the Jaguar ball now, and if you're Park, you're just looking for a turnover on downs or something. A lot of football left to be played, and this is teeing up to be an exciting quarter and a half of football we have left.
well, now the question is, where do they spot the football? So do they spot it down at the 3? I think they got to bring it back to where the missed field goal, but we'll see.
Yeah, I always thought it was the line of scrimmage on a missed field goal. Otherwise, that's a really effective punt.
Right. Oh, they are going to mark it back down.
Wow.
That you're right. That was that turns out to be just as effective as a punt. So you miss the field goal, but you pin the team down at their own 1 yard line, inside the 1.
So I'm not even clear on the rules on this. So could the Orioles have picked that ball up and scored?
That's a good question. I don't know again if it was because it was touched by the other team or what, but that's interesting. I think the Jaguars coach is asking the same way. He wants it back. He does not believe that that's the right call either.
It doesn't seem right to me either. I've never seen a field goal go this way, where a missed blocked field goal ends up being a really effective play for the kicking team.
Right.
I mean, they are pinned deep. They're right on the goal line.
And I think the Jaguars coach is trying to get a good explanation from the referee here.
If we got any great high school football minds out there that understand how this is being ruled on the YouTube machine, comment and we'll...
Paul, I don't know. Can we get a replay of this just to see where it was touched? Here's a replay. Well, it's just sort of. So it's
touch somewhere in
blocked, obviously. Yep.
And then it just spins.
First of all, it shouldn't be at the 1. I don't
No,
think.
it looks like it should be at 3 or so.
Right. But his knee hit the ground. Yeah, it was touched at the 3.
And then he slid back to the 1.
It's going to be
First down, Jaguars.
Jaguars ball.
Big break for the Orioles.
Now see if they can do something defensively here. Bertrand in the backfield, trying to get some yards out of there, and it's stacked up right near the line of scrimmage.
Orioles sideline calling for a safety, of course.
And again, the Jaguars just running these quick
Number 11
plays,
trailer on the
trying to
quarterback keeper.
get the Orioles off balance here.
No gain on the plate, second down.
Look at the wide receivers. They've got single coverage. We'll see if they elect to just try and take a quick step and throw the football here. Oh, almost fumbled. Back to pass, thrown to the far side, incomplete. So this is a big down right now for the Orioles defensively.
Number 11 trailers pass falls incomplete. Third down.
It's amazing what a difference field position can make.
Absolutely, and and what kind of plays you can call here from your deep in your own territory.
Well, right now, you're not necessarily worried about the first down. You're just worried about getting even a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, and I think we could just see a run here.
Yep. They're going to throw.
Oh, back under pressure.
He's
thrown. And it's
look
complete
at that.
at the 20-yard line. And
What a
that's
great
a
play
big
by
play,
Traylor.
right?
Number 11, Traylor's
Nate
pass is
Habermas.
complete to number 85.
He was under heat
Habermas.
like a Texas parking lot in July, not
First down,
finding
Jaguars.
anybody, stays with it, doesn't throw the ball away, finds an open man, and hits him for a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, Jacob Favors was sort of in no man's land in the middle, and he was watching in case the quarterback was going to run. But and now they get a nice
big run.
another nice run to the 30.
And that's what you got to do as a receiver in those
24
situations, is
Bertrand
got
on the
to come back to the ball and find that open space. And
Yeah, and Robbie Traylor had a lot of pressure on him in that end zone, and he was able
Second
to
out.
continue to roll and get rid of that ball at the right time. So great play and good play by Traylor.
it's that patience that impresses me. I just think sometimes at this level you'd get a little rattled and throw the ball too early.
Well, and what the defense has to do here is just not be disgruntled from what happened there,
Yeah.
because I think they got frustrated, and I think the momentum now is turned towards the Jaguars, and the
24
defense
Bertrand
has to
on the
really
carry
get it
by
back
Calvin
together and
Haber.
turn that momentum back around.
Right.
First down,
Absolutely.
Jaguars.
You can get a turnover still, just keep working. And there they went for the ball.
Yep. Oh, my.
A big run. Now inside Oriole territory at the 40-yard line.
24 Bertrand. on the
Bertrand,
carry,
Bertrand.
brought down
Great
by
run.
number
Really great run. I don't mind going for the
Hagar
ball in
and
that spot, but you do want to
23.
wrap up.
Amos for the Orioles. First down, Jaguars.
So Jaguars now in Oriole territory at the 40, and field position has just changed hands. It's just,
Very quickly. Got a
Brock
flag.
Edwards, and I think the flag is going to be called on the Jaguars.
Yeah,
We have an injured player for the Orioles.
This might come back.
33 Edwards on the carry. Flag on the play. Holding on the Jaguars.
See if we
And
can
we-
see this injury happen here.
He looks to be in a lot of pain. Looks like upper back right leg. He was holding anyway. I can't tell who it is.
I'm just wondering if it's DeJuan Pearson, number 33. Let's see here if it's
Let's see what happened. Must have just pulled something. Ooh, twisted that leg around. And it looks like it's hurting in his back. But yeah, but he's up and moving, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's DeJuan Pearson, so he comes off the field, grabbing his back, and again,
Yeah,
that back can affect your legs too.
Well, it was his kind of upper part of his right leg seemed to twist in such a way that it would maybe hurt your back when he was going for that tackle. Hopefully he'll be all right. But that he's lightly jogging off the field is a good sign. So that backs up the Jaguars a little bit.
Clark gets the football, cutting across, and a great defensive play by the Orioles.
Very nice play. And
Number 5, Clark.
that was Clark on the tack. No,
Brought down by
Number 9,
Clark was
Ortega.
Ortega.
Yeah. Clark was brought down by Ortega.
Yeah, Ortega
A
with
loss
a
on the play
great
brings up
tackle.
second and long.
Very nice tackle. Broke right through, wrapped up, and just pulled him down to the ground. They're looking at 2nd and 25. Got to get this Oriole fan base into this.
Well, Traylor
Make
throws
some
it.
noise. Oh, yeah. And their trailer just
Number
kind of
11
missed him. He
Traylor's
threw it
pass
to
is
his
complete to
backside,
number
so he couldn't turn up the
one.
field right
Brought
away.
down by number
Moved him backwards, and that's
23.
partly what allowed him to
Amos
Amos with
brings up
tackle
third
right
and
away.
tackle on that
long.
one.
So it's 3rd and long. 3rd and almost 30.
Yep, 28. Edwards coming off the field. They have too many men on the field right now. Trailer, they run a draw play.
And look at that.
Still short of the first down.
Short of the first down, but almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right.
That takes-
Bertrand. Yep. So they have it at the 45. They haven't gone into real punting formation in this game. They've done the little pooch
24
punt.
Bertrand on the carry, tripped up by number
I
71.
think we're going to
Oxby.
see it here. Trailer.
4th down.
It's too close of a game for, I think, really to go for here. I think they're going to punt the football.
Yep. Nice long punt, but probably going into the end zone for a touchback. 9 seconds left
Number
in
11 Trailers
the
punt.
quarter. The Orioles have the ball going
Sails into the end
roughly
zone
into
for
the
a
fourth
touchback.
quarter, down
First
by
down
3.
Orioles.
That quarter went pretty quick, Paul.
Sure did.
Both teams looking for their first win of the season.
So here we go. We'll round out the quarter on this play, I imagine.
Dvorak.
No surprise. Another nice run.
Yeah,
Number 2
and
Ross
again,
on the carry for the Orioles.
you keep running Ross, a big guy, and it can wear down the
Brought down by
defenses.
number
We've seen it in the
26
NFL
for
when
the
you get some of
Jaguars.
those big backs. You
brings us
get
to the end
Travis
of the
Henry.
third
Look at his
quarter.
yards. In
Yep.
the,
St. Louis
a
by
lot of
10,
his yards in the
Bloomington
fourth quarter is
Jefferson
when
13.
he gets some of his biggest chunks of yards. So again, this is Orioles have seen Deontay's Ross have a great football game tonight, and he continues to get those big chunks of yards. So.
And so far in this game, really both teams have played pretty well. The Orioles made one big mistake on the pick 6, and that's been the difference. And I think you can take that as a word of encouragement almost. It's like the vast majority of this game we have played very, very well. So let's go out there and continue to play very, very well and see if they can round this thing out. I think we got an exciting quarter of football coming our way.
Yeah, the Orioles had a chance to tie the football game. They had the kick was blocked, but still, so these teams have played this game very evenly. It's 13-10 right now, and the way this game is going, I don't think it's going to end 13-10. I think something's going to happen in this game, and someone's going to break one. I'd like to see Giovanelli get some opportunities.
I'm sure he would like to get into the mix as well, but knowing what I know of him, he's also a team player, and he'll just take whatever they got to do to win. So to see if the Orioles continue to roll Dvorak out more like they did in the previous drive where he was pretty effective.
And off, and this one's going to go for a loss of yards.
I think that was Bendixson with the carry. Can't quite tell. Yeah,
38 Bendixson on the carry.
not much there.
That's what's going to bring up a third down. 7 yards to go
Brought down
from
by
the
number
23-yard
38
line.
Weber.
Really like to convert
Brings up
here.
3rd down.
The play that they've had open a few times has been Ortega over the middle.
Yep.
See if and in motion to the near side, rolling, thrown behind the receiver. And I think that
Number 4
was that
Dvorak's
Walsh
pass
that,
falls
looks like
incomplete.
he pulled it.
4th
sprained-
down.
May have hurt his ankle there.
Yeah, it looks like he twisted something trying to bend around to catch that. As Brady Walsh kind of fell right down on the sideline.
The Orioles now in a punting situation, but they're going to tend to the injured player, I think, for a minute here.
Which is the right thing to do.
There's the Jaguars schedule. They have Apple Valley up next on the 17th of September. That is a home game for them. They head out to Armstrong. And they also face a Waconia team on the 1st of October, South St. Paul on the 8th, Hastings, and goes off against Chanhassen, a couple home games there.
A couple home games, but a couple tough games.
They are. Zach Helfman will do the punting. Mamalakis back. That's a nice punt.
A very nice punt.
Fair catch at the 36-yard line. Orioles special teams has been good in this game. They've got
Helfman's
good
punt
long
is
kicks.
fair
They're
caught.
good punts.
First down, Jaguars.
Yeah, and even the one blocked field goal they had turned into quite the punt. If you're the Orioles, you know what you really want to do here. You can't overdo it, but you want to answer that turnover game. The Jaguars have the pick six, and you just love to pick up a fumble or an interception here of some kind.
Yeah, the Jaguars have not turned over the football at all in this game.
No, they've taken very good care of the ball.
Also, we haven't seen too many players cramping up here in this warmer temperature, 78 degrees tonight.
Sure is nice night out.
There's
Big hole.
Yeah, big hole for Bertrand across the 40 to the 41. And
24, Bertrand on the carry.
this is where
You
you got to keep your composure. And I think Orioles may have gotten an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And the Orioles cannot afford to give the Jaguars an opportunity to get in the end zone, because that would make it a two-score game. So.
Yep, that's absolutely right, Bruce. You got to keep your composure here. Been a couple frustrations this half, but you can't let those get to you. You're still playing good ball. It's 13-10. Stay in it. Keep your head in it.
See if they're gonna. Yep, they're gonna.
Oh my!
Go against the Orioles, big 15-yarder. Jason Foster getting the explanation from the linesman, and he's shaking his head, frustrated.
Penalties have really hurt the Orioles in this game.
Bertrand, couple yards.
24, Bertrand on the carry.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Bertrand will get it again. Cuts inside, and Bertrand gets a big chunk, very close to a first down. He's going to be maybe a yard short.
Yeah, he's had a very nice game. He's getting some good blocking. He's also got really great footwork. Finds the holes well. Bursts through them fast.
71 Osby.
When we talked about Deontay's Ross, how he can wear down a defense, well, same thing with Bertrand.
Yep.
And not much there, but probably enough.
Yep, first down. So the Jaguars are driving.
Trailer on the quarterback keeper. First down, Jaguars.
Trying to take advantage of the Orioles having to punt. They've done well. It was a good punt, but they're just driving this ball right down the field. 9.5 minutes to go.
Quick pass, caught. That's Austin Krupp.
Nice tackle and wrap up right there
Number
to
11, Trailer.
minimize any kind of gain he could get.
Pass is complete to number
Yeah,
1.
just a real quick pass, and Krupp does a good job to get a few extra yards along the sideline.
Brings up
Hard to,
second
he's a
down.
big guy, hard
He
to
is.
bring down as well. He's a senior for the Jaguars. And there's Bertrand. And you can see now the Orioles defense looks like it's tiring a little bit.
Yep, we got somebody down.
Yeah, someone holding his left leg.
And it just looks like the Orioles have had the wind taken out of their sails. Got to somehow find that energy and get back into this.
Yeah, that was Thomas Moot. Just went down on his own. He wasn't even touched and seemed to hurt his leg. And wondering if this is, you can only hope it's a cramp.
Yeah, which is what it looks like the way they're holding his leg. Oh, he did kind of stumble on his ankle, which is what he's favoring there, and just a twist of an ankle can really set you back weeks sometimes.
Yeah, especially if you get that high ankle sprain. But see what happens now. They're going to get him up.
He's putting a little bit of weight on it, but not much.
And he's had a good game defensively for him. They're going to miss Thomas here. Yeah, you hate to see that from anyone. And early in the season, hopefully get some pressure on it. Orioles need a stop here against the Jaguars. Back to pass, thrown to the end zone. Big receiver and a touchdown.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they wanted to do on that play. Throw it across the field, found his man, threw it exactly where it needed to go. And that one's going to hurt with it, putting the Jaguars up.
Number 85.
Yeah,
19 to 10.
So Habermas, it's a 23-yard catch here. And again, that size and great.
Yeah, big mismatch on that play as well, going for the extra point. And it's good. So the Orioles have got some work to do. All is not lost. 9 minutes is a lot of time. You're down 10.
Extra point is good.
Somebody's got to energize this football team and get them focused and believe they can win the game. And they just got to start playing as they have been up until this point.
That's right, Paul. And they cannot get the penalties. You know, they've got to be smart when they play, and they can't get these 10-yard penalties. That makes it, 1st and 20. They've been able to get the 5, 6, 7 yards on a lot of their runs, so if they can avoid those penalties, they probably would possibly have another score in this game. And again, as you said, there's plenty of time. No need for them to have to just change their game plan and put the ball up in there right away. So.
Right.
I bet.
Deontay Ross looks pretty rested and fired up, and I'd keep giving the ball to him, seeing what he can do, and I like when they got Dvorak rolling out.
Here's a return for the Orioles. They could use one here. Big run down the right sideline.
And that is exactly the kind of play this team needed to get energized again.
Yeah, Brady Walsh.
19 Walsh on the return for the Orioles.
Brady Walsh with a great return down to about the Jaguar 40.
Yeah, you see he fielded it at the 15-yard line.
First down,
and then he was able
Orioles.
to keep his footing, cut to the far sideline, broke the tackle, and good defensive pursuit by the back guys to push him out of bounds, but not before. The Orioles got a big gain at the 40, and always when you get those long run backs, you're hoping that there's no push in the back or anything like that, and they were able to get that return.
And then he holds up the ball and looks to the crowd as if to say, hey, we're back in this, let's go.
They're trying to. Coaches saw something that they wanted to get the snap off, and
flag on the plate. False start on the Orioles.
I wonder if they had too many guys on the field, somebody rushing off, or they were confused.
Yeah, the coaches were yelling, go, go, go.
I think the coaches confused Will and confused the whole line.
Yeah.
Maybe did more damage than. But just a 5-yarder. So it'll be 1st and 15.
Will back to pass, and he gets taken down. The number 49, he's been having an unbelievable
Dvorak
way. He's
is
so
brought
fast.
down by
They're going to
number
start
49.
having to charge him rent for all the times he's been
Scott
spending on the
Cobold.
Orioles side of the ball.
Yeah, that's Cobold, and he's been just
A loss in the
all
play
over
brings
the
up
field.
2nd and long.
Now the Orioles are faced with a tough situation here. About 19 yards to go.
Yep. But it's only 2nd down. You don't have to get it all at once. Make a good play, get a good gain.
Back to pass, Dvorak throws, complete.
And that is
Walsh again.
Dvorak's pass is caught by number 10.
Well, that was not Walsh.
that was not Walsh. It was Reguinti? Stanley Reguinti. I'm not sure how to say that name. That's the first time we've seen his
a
number
third
in
down.
this game, and that's a heck of a play.
Back to pass again. And throwing complete.
Oh, and that's Brady Walsh.
Yeah.
Gutsy throw as he was
Dvorak's
wrapped
pass is
up.
complete to number
But
19,
he
Walsh.
nailed it as threw a bullet right to Brady Walsh, I believe, and they're moving the ball down the field now.
Yeah, that was
We got a Jaguar down.
That was a big play by Dvorak because he was looked like he was going to be taken down behind the line, which would have brought a 4th down. Instead, he hung in the pocket long enough, was able to get rid of that football and find Walsh. And they seem to work this near sideline is where they're able to find some openings.
That's one of the things about Dvorak that I've seen that I really like with him. I've mentioned it before, is that pocket presence. He has a really good sense of when to hold it and when to throw it. I mean, he could be, singing the gambler in there with his knowledge of what to do and when. Jaguar player seems to be doing all right. And the Orioles have something going here. The crowd is fired up, as they should be. And again, on the first big play, the one before this, part of what made it work for Dvorak was the offensive line gave him time. He had some time. He could settle in and find the receiver.
Big series for the Orioles, still 7:57 to go here in the 4th quarter. Orioles need a score here. And Deontay's cuts back.
Number 2, Ross on the carry.
16-yard line.
Brought down by number 84.
Tackle made by Sebig.
2nd down.
This will be 2nd down and 6, another one of those good 4-yard runs by Deontay Ross. I'd like to see his yard total.
Dvorak back to pass under pressure, throws quick.
Nice
To their
catch.
sideline, it's caught. Walsh
was-
again.
That was Brady Walsh
Number
again.
4, Dvorak's pass
Really
is
good
complete.
footwork.
Number 19,
Kind of doing
Walsh.
the old Chris
That's
Carter
an
thing.
Orioles first down.
Didn't need both feet, but keeping both feet in bounds. It's 1st down. Ball on the 17-yard line.
And the give to Ross.
Sure would like to see him get into the end zone today.
Number 2, Ross on the carry.
Yeah, the Jaguars doing a good job on Ross. We get another injured player, so we'll get another stoppage here with 6:57 to go. Well, Dvorak's doing a really good job here in the 4th.
He sure has.
Paul, when you look at really a key to this game, I think in the second half it happened when they missed the field goal. They got the ball down to the inside the 1-yard line. They stopped them on 1st and 2nd down. It was 3rd down from that 1-yard line, and they were able to make that 20-yard pass to the near sideline. So that got them out of that territory and they were able to march the ball down. And had St. Louis Park stopped them at that 1-yard line, I think this whole game would have been totally different than where we're at right now.
I think that's a good point, Bruce. That was absolutely a big turning point. You felt like everything was pushing the Orioles' way. Everything was turning their way. And just on one play, like you said, one simple 20-yard play, all of a sudden the wind came out of the sails a little bit. But they're right back in it now. And that's one of the things I noticed about this team last year, too, is they don't quit. They might get discouraged, but they don't quit. And they're in a good position now to hopefully punch one into the end zone, get the extra point, and only be down 3 with 5 to 7 minutes left in the game.
Right, and having a kicker that can kick a good long field goal too. So, so they've got the leg if they need to try and tie this football game up.
And the Jaguar player is up on his feet and walking on his own. It's Sorensen Malachi, I believe, if I can see that number right. Good to see him up and moving.
It's like kids at a concert. They sit down, but now the band starts playing and they're back up on their feet.
Yeah, the whole Oriole crowd was sitting that entire injury, and then they in unison got up like the judge walked into the courtroom or something. 2nd and 7.
Oh, Bendixson. That was a good opening. He got a good head of steam in there. And
yeah.
And now the Orioles have an injured player. So we get,
wow, a lot of injuries.
So now the kids can sit down again.
Yeah, see, here they go. You know, we over here in St. Louis Park, we're very reasonable people. We're not going to stand up if we don't have to.
I think realistically we could be starting to see the cramps coming on these players right now. Again, it's important that these players hydrate in these games when you're playing this time of the year in September.
Yeah, that is the key, and we've had a lot of these cramping injuries just in the last few minutes on both sides.
Come on, Paul, take a drink of your water right now. I'm worried about you over here.
I'm fine. Mine's almost empty. I haven't seen you take a drink of water this entire game.
Okay, here we go.
I'd be parched if I were you. So just push that little cough button so we don't hear you gurgling.
I drink quietly.
And he is up and on cue, as are the Oriole fans, ready to see a touchdown. That's what they're looking for. That's what they want right here. And I would love to see it go to Deontes Ross, but I don't think he's on the field.
3rd down, 4 yards to go. Rolling.
He's in trouble.
He's got to get rid of it.
And that was a case where I would have liked to see him just throw it away, but...
Number 4, Dvorak, is brought down by number 33,
Here's an interesting
Edwards.
call here. Do you take the field goal?
4th down.
Go for the field goal, make it a 1-score game. Or, and they are going to do that.
I think you have to. You got to go with whatever the highest percentage score here is, which I think is the field goal. Because you're down to 6 minutes. You want to make this a one-possession ball game one way or another. See if Nick Kent can punch this one through.
Dvorak to hold. Kick is up.
And it's good.
Yep. Back to 1-score game.
Kent's field goal is good.
And that's okay. You really wanted that touchdown right there, but you're going to need a touchdown and a field goal to tie this game anyway. And take those points, make it a one-possession game, and now it's time to play some Big D. And the offense did a nice job giving the defense a little rest there for those who aren't playing both sides.
I think you'd have to go back in the record books quite a ways to see when the Orioles had a kicker kick 2 field goals in a football game.
Well, like I said, what I had heard is that they brought him off the soccer team. I don't know if he's not playing soccer then, but he's just got a good leg. And in that case, then all it takes is a number of reps to get the accuracy down. Got the leg.
This was a team that about 2 or 3 years ago had to really go for every extra point because they couldn't get the extra point. So
yeah, I remember that.
They had to go for 2.
It was just a foregone conclusion that they're not kicking an extra point. Let's see if he can boot it into the end zone again. Not quite.
Oh, that was a risky catch by Mamalakis.
Yeah, but it's got such great burst of speed. I mean, he almost lost that one, so it was a little slower on the go, and he still gets out to the 26-yard line, but he's
24
down.
on the return, tripped up by the Orioles. First down.
That's Bertrand, I think.
Jefferson.
And Bertrand is
Oh,
a valuable
oh yeah.
player for Jefferson. They can't afford to lose him.
And I'm not sure what happened. He had a little skip jump in there, or maybe he pulled something. But we're seeing a lot of this tonight. And hopefully he's all right.
Again, the way they stretching the leg, it could be another cramp. So
Yeah, I didn't really see much otherwise, except for that little skip right there. He could have pulled something there, but it also, the way kids have been cramping tonight, that's kind of what you default to.
it doesn't feel as hot out here. So it's we've done games when it's been a lot warmer than this, and temperature, even though you know, it says about 73 right now, it just feels like it's not a warm 73. So, but when you're wearing the pads and you're playing whatever, they used to have, like, when it got warm, they used to like take the players to the side and have a break and have a hydration break for all the players. I don't think they felt like they needed to do that in a game like this because it hasn't been that. It really hasn't felt that warm, and the sun wasn't really beating on the players.
No, it wasn't that warm. I don't think it was warm enough to maybe warrant that. Let's just check the weather real quick. It's 73 degrees. We all spend a lot of money trying to get our homes to be what this is right now.
Yeah, we've had a nice week straight of great temperatures here.
Yeah, it's this is the reason, the weather we've had, that a lot of people say they love fall so much, and I understand it, but I'm also in the camp of, you know what, we only get like a week and a half of it.
Sure.
But Bertrand looks to be coming up, which is good.
Yeah, that looks pretty painful.
That doesn't look like a cramp the way.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a cramp. It's the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
But if it is, those are so painful. And
Yeah. So that's a big loss for the Jaguars.
Yeah, we'll see if they bring Brock Edwards in as their running back. Number 33, I think he'll be replacing Bertrand.
So hopefully he'll get through that cramp and be back out on the field. But now if the Orioles want to do this, 3 and out is what you want real bad right here. It's time for some big D.
Edwards. Oh, look at this.
That's a big hit.
I would say second and third effort on that one.
That's Jerome Bettis-like. Just get on the bus, right?
33, Edwards on the carry.
Yeah.
Wow, they had him, and he just carried him.
Yeah, how many players does it take? Right there, they brought a couple more in, but you
Bruce
got to
Young.
get them lower.
Yep.
Can't tackle high, and that's what happens when you have a big guy like that and you're not taking the legs out from underneath them. So first down, 5:10 to go in regulation time. And again, they're just going to go right back to Edwards.
33, Edwards on the carry.
Edwards is getting up a little bit slow right now.
Well, he's tired. He just carried half a football team on his back, literally.
Brought down by 38, Bendixson. Second down.
Jaguars doing a nice job of just chewing up clock right now, and it's getting to be that time where you can do that.
Got a 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. Trailer. Again, Edwards.
33, Edwards on the carry.
So we'll bring up a third
Brought down
down
by number
and about
3,
4
Camp.
yards to go.
Third down.
Really need this stop right here.
As we approach the 4 minute mark, big defensive opportunity here for the Orioles if they can get a stop. Try and get the football back. Trailer. He rolls. Throws to the near side.
Oh,
Just tip.
we got a flag on the field.
Yep.
Number 11, Trailer's pass is deflected. Flag on the
Be a
play.
hold.
On the defense, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's see.
Yep.
Holding on Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson. So.
Now, did he catch it?
No, it's a.
No, he didn't.
But the Orioles want to move him back. As I
guess.
said, it's
Yeah.
fourth down, but
It's a tough one when it's only 3rd and 4.
no, now they're going to bring it back and take the fourth down.
Yeah. I was going to say, especially considering the clock as well, I want him at 4th down. Because if you give them a second, 3rd down, even though they're backed up, they could chew a whole other minute off the clock. You know what I'm saying? So I like this. Should make it 4th and 4. And I would expect them to punt in this situation. I don't think they want to risk giving the ball to the Orioles in their own territory. But you never know this late in the game.
What's interesting is it stops
Holding was declined.
stops the
Fourth
Orioles
down.
for having a return guy back, and I would think that they put one guy back there, but they're not.
Yeah, they're going for it.
They're trying to draw him off sides right now, and then I think they're going to punt.
Don't fight.
So he's going to punt.
Yep. Oh, and look at that. Look at that roll. It's exactly the kind of roll they were hoping for with nobody back there.
Well, listen, in that situation, I think you got to find a way to put one guy back
First
and
down,
be able
Orioles.
to. You know that the reality is that they're going to punt the football, and again, it's just a situation that their quarterback can punt. So
Yeah. Yeah, because you also don't want to pull that guy back there and then
The
now you're
quarterback-
leaving something vulnerable.
right, maybe as a read option on
Right.
that play where he can say, okay, I think we can get someone open, but.
So the Orioles have a long way to go with 3:44 left in the game, down a touchdown and an extra point.
Yeah, and I think you can still have time to run the football here on a few plays and get a first down, stop the clock, and
They've got 2 timeouts left because they took that one in the 3rd quarter, which was not a bad timeout to take.
yeah, so Jags will take a
Timeout
timeout.
Jefferson.
Not sure what this is about. Coach seems to be upset.
Yeah, Tim Carlson over on the other sideline. Takes his first time out of the second half. Well, all you can ask is for a shot, right?
Yep, and they've got a shot. Here it comes. This is why you play the games. This is what you dream about in the schoolyard.
Dvorak, he throws.
Nice throw.
Complete. Out to the 23-yard line.
Number 4, Dvorak's pass is complete to number 17,
A little shy of the first down.
Osfield. Brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those situations where they don't need to necessarily hurry up, but they also can't dawdle.
And they give it to Ross.
Number 2,
And he
Ross
gets that
on the
first
carry.
down. So
Tripped
now the
up on the
Orioles
play.
can
And number 1.
get the clock to stop. They can get organized.
That's an
here.
Orioles first down.
Gotta watch for Walsh on the near side. Under pressure.
Going
Throwing
deep.
over the middle. He's got the player open.
Oh!
He's got it.
Number 4, Dvorak's pass is complete.
That was,
number 10.
he had a big one. What's his name? I
What's
forgot
his
his
name?
name.
That's an Orioles
Requinti.
first down.
Stanley Requinti. No idea if I'm saying your name right, Stanley.
Reguenci, you got it.
But
Good
I'm a
job.
Stanley Stan. Big play, beautiful throw by Dvorak,
And Reguenci's had a couple nice catches in this game.
and Reguenci just staying focused. He had guys around him, made the play. Huge play for the Orioles. That opens up a lot of things now. The clock becomes less of an issue.
Back
Stay
to
composed.
pass. Got room to
Good
run.
eyes.
And Dvorak takes it out of bounds.
That was a
Number
great
4,
move
Dvorak
by
on the quarterback
Dvorak. He
keeper.
saw the space and
Runs
just
out of
went
bounds.
for it. Didn't hesitate. He just jumped on it.
So quickly the Orioles moving downfield.
Gain of 8
there
on the play.
at the
Brings up second down.
27-yard line, second down. 3 yards to go for a first down. Giovanelli on the far side. Reguenci and Walsh to the near side. Back to pass. Stepping up, he's got room to run. Takes it out of bounds at
Number
the
4, Dvorak.
13-yard line. See where they marked it. Oh, they're going to
Runs
say he
out of
went out at
bounds.
the 21.
And Will Dvorak is fired up right now. He's got a nice burst of speed on this. I mean, look at he just flew right by that defender.
First down.
Well, the biggest thing, too, is he's getting a little time back there.
Yep.
So,
And he's going to take whatever they give him at this point. They've been giving him kind of that open field to make 6, 10, 12-yard runs, and so he'll take it.
Hudson in the backfield now. Walsh in motion to the far side. This is keeper Dvorak.
Number 4, Dvorak on the
Yep.
quarterback keeper.
Gets close to the 15-yard line.
Nice
Still plenty of
design
time.
Gain of 5 on the play.
And this is where the
Brings
Orioles
up
have
second
started
down.
to struggle in this game, is when they get inside that red zone is where they tend to lock up. And so let's see if they can overcome and punch this ball into the end zone. Field goal doesn't do them a lot of good. Although now there's time on the clock.
Yeah, and Deontay's is not in the backfield right now, so interesting.
I wonder if he's tightening up too.
Back to pass, rolling, looking, rolling. Got to get rid of it, just throw it out of bounds. Yep.
Dvorak's pass ball is incomplete.
Good coverage by the Jaguars.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
So a big third down play for the Orioles here. With
Huge third
1:49
down
to
play.
go. Yeah, too bad they couldn't find someone in the middle of that zone.
So they really got to convert this one.
Orioles may take a timeout just to get a good play call here. Oh, Jefferson.
Timeout Jefferson.
I think that could benefit both teams here.
Yeah, kind of calm down a little bit. Make sure we do it right. Although the Orioles have all that energy going, but they do have to get this one right. And it's interesting to me that Ross has been on the sidelines, but I also wonder if they're bringing in some more blocking running backs for this series. They really wanted to move the ball down the field. Orioles student section here. Everybody's on their feet, expecting, hoping, anticipating, believing in a touchdown here on this series to tie the game up, hopefully. Maybe we'll get a little bonus football tonight.
Well, let's see. The Twins are tied 4-4. Let's see if the Orioles can tie this game up at 20-20.
This is what Friday Night Lights is all about, Bruce.
It is.
149 left.
It is, and the Orioles trying to overcome a 10-point deficit. They got
Yep.
the field goal. Now they're looking for the touchdown. See if they can get in the end zone. Hudson in the backfield, along with Dvorak. Dvorak, he's got time. So Jaguars are backing off. They're giving Dvorak the time to throw. Now he runs, trying to get to that first down marker, and he
Dvorak on the quarterback keeper.
Boy, that was all effort by Will Dvorak.
Yeah, and this is where you really see his strength. He's just got a
That's enough for
power runner.
Orioles. First down.
He gets the first down. He just kind of cuts back, and carries him to get that all-important first down.
So what the Jaguars did was they went more of a prevent defense.
Yep.
They went sort of in a dime package, and Dvorak was able to get through and get that first down, but great effort there. Orioles have a lot of different plays they can call now. They can go back to the run game. And they do. And Hudson is at the goal line.
Oh, right at the goal line.
Right.
All right.
So here the Orioles can let the clock go down.
Number 5, Hudson on the carry.
Yeah, you don't want to give the ball back to the Jaguars. So
2nd and goal.
tick that clock down, and
That was the previous play.
I'm wondering about a keeper right here.
Yep.
Looks like he's in.
Come on, give it to him. Yes, Dvorak.
Bye, little Sebastian.
That's an
The
Orioles.
St. Louis Park Orioles have come back to close it to within 1 with 51 seconds to go. Great comeback by this Orioles team. Now they got to convert the extra point, or do you go for 2 and try and win the game?
I think with this leg, you tie it up. Still 51 seconds left, depending on how long this takes.
They're going to go for 1.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Could he fake it? He's got it.
He got it. Tie ball game.
Next extra point is
Comeback
good.
by the Orioles. The fans are elated. What a great comeback by this Orioles team. Still 51 seconds to go for the Jaguars. They have 1 timeout left.
And Dvorak really showed some leadership on that drive. He was going to take and exploit whatever it was that the Jaguars would give him. He almost single-handedly drove that ball down once they got into Jaguar territory. Showed his strength, great leadership, good vision, made good decisions, got rid of the ball when he needed to. Excellent drive by the Orioles. And here we are, 51 seconds left.
Credit to the players on executing, and a great job by the coaching staff and Jason Foster to get his team to be able to keep their heads up when they were down by 10 points and get back in this football game.
Yep. So now they got to play some defense, though. 51 seconds is, it's a lot of times it's kind of an explosive offense here. They've been able to get some big plays, especially on the ground and with the clock stopping on first downs. Orioles have to be careful and play some big D.
Well, here's where it's so important to have a kicker who can kick the ball downfield, but we've seen some returns. I think the Orioles would love to see him kick it in the end zone and get that ball.
The Jaguars are a really athletic team. You can see they just have a good athleticism.
That's a good kick.
And that's going to do it.
He scored a goal. He hit it in the soccer net.
That should be 1 point.
That's right. He is a soccer kicker, right?
Nick Sales out of the back of the end zone.
Nick Kent with a great ball game today.
First down, Jefferson.
Kicked a couple field goals, made some extra points, and he's been drilling the ball deep on every kickoff. And that's good that he did that there, because I can't remember exactly, but it seems like on just about every kickoff that's been returned, the Jaguars have gotten it out to the 25, 30, 40-yard line.
Here's where the Jaguars got to be careful, too. They can't afford a turnover here.
Right.
The Orioles have all the momentum, but we've seen the Jaguars with some big play receivers, and watch for Habermas, number 85. They go his way. Pressure,
almost.
he avoids it. Underneath.
Number 11 Trailers pass is complete to number 34.
Mamalakis.
Brought down by number 38, Bendixson.
The Jaguars are going to have to hurry up here.
Right, the Orioles holding him down on the ground a little bit, hoping that they can get time off the clock. Orioles need to play more of a prevent defense right now. Time to throw, thrown short. Orioles do a good job.
Number 11 Trailers pass is complete to number 85.
Again, the Orioles could call timeout, but
Brought down by
with
number
it being
23,
so close to the first
Amos.
down here, they're just going to let the clock go and play for overtime.
Yep.
Well, we do have a stoppage now.
Timeout, Jefferson.
Jefferson calls a timeout. Here's why I don't like Jefferson calling this timeout, because if they get a penalty here by like a holding or something, puts them back 10 yards, now the Orioles have a couple timeouts left, and they could have an opportunity with a big leg kicker to get the ball in good field position.
Yeah, maybe.
Time for a kick. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Bruce. The only way I could see calling that timeout there is if you called it right away. But they probably let another 8-10 seconds off the clock before it was called. So it's 3rd and 2. Just a tick under 14 seconds left.
I think they got on the scoreboard 3rd and 2. It looks like maybe less than a yard to go. But
oh, yeah.
So they could get a first down and then quickly run another play, but they're going to throw it down.
They're going deep. They're going for it.
Orioles have, almost caught. You know, you had a lot of Orioles there, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, was Austin Group going for that football.
I like that call. It's a gutsy call, and it almost works.
Yeah, but here's now you got 4th down, 7 seconds to go, and what do you do here?
I think you got to punt. You don't want to give them, if you don't get it, it just take one quick pass and.
I say Orioles should call a timeout here. Yeah, they're stepping back for punt.
Yeah.
Here you go on the return. Okay, you got 1 second. Oh, the clock went down.
And so overtime we go.
All right, first overtime of the year. We got a little scruffle going.
Things are heating up here at St. Louis Park. Both teams want this win badly, and they have both played at a level where they both deserve the win.
And hopefully this is called on both sides, and we just go on into overtime with the.
Yeah, just offset it. So settle in, everybody. We are going to overtime. We get bonus football. We call it free football.
Yeah, this is exciting. It's been a fun night here, and
Sure
great temperature. Game's about 2.5 hours long.
Now, me being new to all this, I don't even know what the high school overtime rules are.
Well, I think they I think they will take the ball at like the 35. I don't know if it's a 35 or 25 yard line, and each team will have an opportunity.
Gotcha. So it's like college rules. Basically go to innings with a runner on second.
That's right. That's one rule they can get rid of.
I agree. So the referees here really taking their time trying to figure out what they want to do on this. I'm not even sure what happened.
Right. Well, I think two things. One is before setting up the overtime, but how do you assess a penalty if it's against one team when you're in an overtime? So that's going to be. And then also, if it is on one team, could you give the other team an extra play at the end of the game? You know, I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah, probably not, especially.
It happened after the whistle. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was after the play was dead. That's why they're kind of making their own problem here. They're in control of the game. They can call it all they want.
Well, we've seen some interesting calls in this game.
Sure
we saw that blocked field goal roll down to the inside the 1 yard line, and they spotted it inside the 1 yard line when you would think it would go back to where the kick was missed from. But
and I don't. If that's the rule, it's a strange rule. I honestly think maybe the refs got that one wrong. But even so, it ended up not mattering because I think it was that drive that the Jaguars drove it down and scored a touchdown. So they got out of it.
Right. So you got the referee and linesman over on this side talking to Coach Foster, and then you've got the two linesmen over on the other side talking to Coach Carlson. So.
And it may be the overtime situation that is what's taking, it is the delay here, and they want to make sure the coaches understand how they're going to rule this. Coach Foster does not look pleased.
No, I think the penalty's going to be on the Orioles. And
course, Coach Carlson doesn't look real pleased either. So if both teams are mad at you and you're the referee, you might be doing your job right. Here's the play. Maybe it was a fumble, so a Jaguar jumped on him, and then there was a little pushing that went on, and oh, we had a push from another Oriole into the back, and that's what it is right there, I think. And that was unnecessary. Yeah, the refs were letting it go until that point.
Yeah, it's the second penalty like that the Orioles have had unsportsmanlike. So
I believe that was Darrell Kemp the third that they're going to call something on. Just as things were settling down, he pushed the Jaguar player in the back, and the ref had no choice but to throw a flag.
So they're going to give him a penalty kick?
I'm not sure. I mean, if the ball goes on the 35-yard line, if it's a 10-yard penalty, do you just put it on the 25?
Well, and the question is, does it happen after regulation? Do they call it? Do they not call? I don't know what they're. We'll see here. I think that it will get assessed. Right now, they're just going to determine who gets the ball first, and then which direction one of the teams will want to go. So,
been a heck of a night of football.
It has been. Still a good crowd here.
Yeah, they want to see how this one turns out. And I know people don't like moral victories, but after, 4 full quarters, I think both teams can go home feeling pretty good about how they played tonight. Everybody stuck with it, played tough, never gave up.
Yeah, and I think Coach Foster has to be very pleased with the performance of his team to come back.
I think the Orioles have got some work to do in the secondary and at on the defensive line. It's where we seemed a lot of big plays by the Jaguars. But on the offensive side, I think they have a lot of potential. They got a lot of weapons, it looks like.
And what I do like is that, Dvorak did not have any time in the first half to throw the football. And I don't know if the Orioles made some adjustments, some blocking adjustments, or if the Jaguars just got a little tired there. But Dvorak seemed to have a little time to roll out, throw the football. And when he has that time, he's a very good quarterback, and he makes some good reads and good throws. And he did a great job bringing the Orioles back.
He sure did.
Brady-esque.
Oh, no.
Had to throw that one at you, Paul.
Quite honestly, the way he rolls out actually does remind me of Aaron Rodgers. That's where Rodgers kills you every time. He starts rolling out, and you're like, oh, no.
So here we go. Get ready to start our overtime. Orioles will defend to start. And I think this one is going to be moved closer, so because of the penalty.
I don't know how else you do it.
Very close. Yeah, so if it's a 15-yard penalty, it's...
They've got it on the 5-yard line. Is that a 30-yard penalty, or do they start on the 25?
They must start at the 20-yard line, maybe, because if it's moving to the 5 and it's a 15-yard penalty.
So that's huge. That is huge for Bloomington Jefferson. Let's see if they're hoping they can punch this one through.
Yeah, it looks like Bertrand's back in the game, which would be big for the Jaguars. We saw him go out with a leg injury. And Bertrand goes down.
And in this situation, this very much favors the Orioles because they've got the kicking game. They can get those field goals.
Number 6, Ortega on the tackle. Loss on the play.
My hunch is that Jefferson might be kind of locked into just going for it.
Yeah, the Jaguars, though, you got to watch for the big Nate Habermas in the corner of the end zone. Also watch for Krupp. It's a good, and they're going to throw that one up in the air. Fortunately, look at the Orioles want a penalty here because they had a player taken down.
Number 11, Trailer.
And
right now, what happened here? It was like a timing play that was busted. There's definitely miscommunication on that play.
Coach Foster getting his player who was a little agitated at what one of the players did off the field so he doesn't get a penalty.
Yeah, there was a little scuffle going on over here, and
yeah, it looked like Pearson was involved. Rolling.
He's got him.
I thought a hold.
We got a hold. We got a flag.
We got a holding call. Yep.
This one's coming back. Jefferson's pretty excited right now, but not so fast.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's got him wrapped up.
Yep, holding against.
Holding on Jefferson.
And that is big because it moves them back.
Yep.
And the field goal makes it harder if they have to kick a field goal.
Yeah, they started on the 5. They're now going to be, back to the 20? They lose that.
Correct.
Between some backfield tackles and the penalty, they're going to be right where they would have been if there hadn't been
10-yard penalty.
At the end of regulation.
Repeat third down.
Third down from that position.
And this is where I would say, I think this format favors the Orioles, because I don't think Jaguars have the kicker.
Yeah, but they got to get pressure. Here's a long pass.
He's got him.
And intercepted. Intercepted. You don't need to run it back.
It's a dead ball, but.
Yeah. And now the Orioles are in field goal range to win this football game.
It's a dead ball, but it makes it so that Bloomington doesn't get another shot.
Right.
And so all they need to do is kick a field goal and win this ball game.
Well, let's get a touchdown. Let's just win it that way. Get a nice run for a touchdown.
I want Deontay Ross in the end zone. I think he deserves it. That boy has had a heck of a game today.
So the ball will go on the. Well, let's see where they mark it. Oh, they mark it at the 10.
First down and goal, Orioles.
On the 10.
On the 10.
Yeah, I think the Orioles just run the football here 3 times.
Yep. Exactly. Run the ball 3 times. If you don't get it in, kick a field goal.
Yep. Don't.
Protect that ball, because they're already in field goal range.
So Deontay Ross.
Get in there,
outside.
buddy.
Oh, and he gets tripped up. Nice tackle.
Couldn't turn the corner. But he picked up about, 4 or 5?
He did.
Sort of been his MO this second half.
Yeah, just tripped up nicely.
I give it right back to him.
Handoff. Deontay's pushing his way.
It looks like he's
in!
Ball, little Sebastian. Deontay Ross, the game-winning touchdown.
Deontay Ross breaks through, and the Orioles come back from a 10-point deficit, win this football game 26-20. What a great effort by this Orioles team.
What an incredible effort. I mean, there's so many people that were so clutch in this game. You had Will Dvorak on that last drive toward the end of regulation. Deontay Ross was carrying them most of the game offensively. And their kicker, Nick Kent, was solid tonight with lots of deep kickoffs, made a couple field goals, made the extra points, and that really is the difference when you think about it.
And I think when you look at this game, the players right now are thinking about Braden Weiss.
Yes.
This was his night. They're honoring him, and they're able to give him a victory on a night that was honored for a coach that passed away at 37 years old of a heart attack. And the Orioles did a great job to come back and win in his honor here.
Very well said, Bruce. Very well said. I think that's absolutely who this was for in their minds, and ended up just being a great tribute to him. The guy who inspired them to never give up. I read one quote that one player said that about him, and they did not give up tonight.
And kudos to this coaching staff, getting their team ready to, again, they faced some adversity. They got this team ready. They were down by 10 points in the second half. They came back. They got the field goal first. They got the touchdown to tie the game with a minute to go. They were able to stop the Jaguars in overtime. and put themselves in a position. They stopped the Jaguars, who started on the 5-yard line, and pushed them back to the 10, then the 20 with the penalty, and then getting the interception. So put themselves in a position to win this football game.
Very well said. Great night for the Orioles, but also, as I said at the beginning of overtime, it's a devastating loss if you're Bloomington Jefferson, but I think this team can go home tonight feeling like they played their guts out and played well, and have a lot of potential going forward this season.
Well, again, we, our first game of this 2021 season, and a great one to do, Paul. Probably one of our most fun games we've done in a long, long time.
Yeah, certainly for me. And look at this crowd; they are loving it.
Yeah, this is my 45th year up in the box. When you take starting with the radio station for 2 years and 43 years now with cable television, and you don't get too many of these games that come out like this, and an overtime win, and so much fun, and makes it all that worthwhile, and just to bring the game to everyone, and these players to be able to watch the game on tape delay, and also to be able to have copies of these tapes for future years too, so to show their kids. So again, kudos to St. Louis Park for cable television for being able to bring everyone these games, and again to the fans, we appreciate you watching and giving us feedback on these games. But you can tell we're excited. What a great night for football. Temperature couldn't have been any better, and the outcome couldn't have been any better for the St. Louis Park Orioles. So again, we want to thank our crew for bringing you tonight's game. On behalf of Paul Bodwin, we'll get your name right here once in a while, Paul. And
all right.
I'm Bruce Hoberman, thanking everyone again for joining us. Final score here from St. Louis Park. The St. Louis Park Orioles 26, Bloomington Jefferson 20. So long. Good night, everyone.